Hello, everybody.
Hello. Sorry, I'm finishing up the map.
Don't mind us. Welcome to Tales of Initiative.
Welcome. Yes, I apologize. Super professional Tales of Initiative, where I'm definitely ready to go immediately at the right time. I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh, the way we do things.
Nailed it. Really stuck that landing.
Matt, I swear to God,
Wake me up inside.
you're both dead. That's it. I'm not. You're both dying in this game. I don't care. Nah, you're done. I'm done.
All right. So, welcome back, everybody. I am still finishing up the last of this map, but I can go ahead and give the introduction. Yeah. So we're back again playing Scourge, the playtest of the Borg system.
Oh my
God, I turned on Twitch and it was very loud. There we go.
Oh no.
So I could hear myself. That was fun. Yeah. So Borg system, that is a space version that I'm working on. And if you were here with us last time, I don't know how many people were actually here, but we created characters.
All of us.
Well, not all of you.
We don't
people in
matter.
Chat. You don't matter. We last time rolled characters, so we have all of our cast of characters here, which we'll do a quick little reintroduction here in just a second. And the first mission started. So the first mission was this intrepid crew of spacefaring misfits heading into a space station that had been missing for a few decades, looking for some research on growing food in zero Gs. I'm gonna fix my camera real quick so I'm not nearly as tall there. There we go. I'm fixed now. I'm in. Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry. We're good. Tech prep. Definitely happened and the way it was supposed to. God, I also have to start the recording.
There were no distractions whatsoever.
We're it's fine. There's nothing's happening here at all. It's fine.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Now recording.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right.
Nothing
Bots are
happened.
here. We're good. Nothing's happening. We're fine. Nobody heard anything. Cool. Okay. Sorry about that. We are good to go. The map is created. We are jumping back in. If you recall from last time, we are jumping in directly into combat. You blew up some popcorn plants, took a lot of damage, and then got into a big old fight, which is super exciting and fun. But before we do that, let's do a quick little introduction of everybody's characters. Matthew, would you like to go first?
Sure. I am playing everyone's favorite weirdo.
Wow. I scuttle around the inside of the ship. I like to find weird radioactive pockets to nestle up to because it's nice and warm. I have semi-translucent skin and a shotgun. And really, I think that this will all just have to die in a radioactive implosion at some point.
Wonderful. All right. Taylor, would you like to go next?
I'm playing Grace, who can't really do much long-range stuff. Bit of a tank. She's got cool, Sombra-esque vibes, and just wants freedom.
Neato. Haley?
I'm playing Tilda. Everything else is just gone. Everything else is gone. I have written so many notes about the ship. I know everything about it. She likes vanilla ice cream with sprinkles. And she has a blast gun. Plasma thrower is what she's got. That's it. What else?
You, you were from the Storm Planet.
Yes, I was
with
from the Storm Planet.
Storms that
Violent storms.
don't let you leave. And then, I don't remember what your desire was, but...
Oh yeah, to perceive the pattern in full.
Oh yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
He didn't establish too much character. She's like just on the ship, I feel. She's not very useful, unfortunately.
No problem. All right. Then finally, Mel.
Hi guys. May not die. So I'm Aurora. I'm kind of the pilot of the crew and kind of the thorn in everyone's side, not really the fun one. And Aurora's desire is a way out, and you can take that for what you will. Not really the most coordinated individual too, based off of the last episode. Being a dum-dum floating in space. So, either way. Can't wait to see what we're gonna do next.
All right. So yeah, as I was saying last time, basically what we ended with was you all got into the space station. You found it. You did the thing. You went and investigated the emergency cryopods. Aurora got a little bit of a bad vibe from them, so you decided not to let anyone out of the pods, out of the ones that were still good to do, good to use. Then you headed back the other direction towards the hydroponics bay, where you found it completely overgrown with space weeds, these giant vines, and these plants that looked sort of like corn stalks with like super bloated ears of corn. And I believe Hilda threw a skull at one of them, blew it up, and took some damage. I think everybody else managed to get away. I think Tilda's the only one that took damage in that.
Yeah.
I didn't take damage because my armor took it.
That's right.
Because otherwise I would be dead.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yes, true. All right. Cool. Well, fun thing. We are starting right back in with combat. So if you all want to go ahead and roll initiative, I'm going to go ahead and roll to see who goes first, you or the baddies.
Initiative's a D6 plus our agility, right?
Yes.
Oh, I
Oopsies.
rolled a d20.
I rolled a d20 too. Oopsies.
That's really just
I
to
reached for the
determine.
D20 and then I remembered that there was something else.
Plus what?
Our agility.
Okay.
Oh, which is
Really only matters
zero.
insofar as like going amongst yourselves. So it's not a huge deal if you did roll a d20, as long as everyone rolls a d20. But go ahead and roll.
That's it. I rolled a 6.
Okay.
For a total of 6. I don't have.
Mm.
I'm not agile.
I rolled a 6-2.
Nice. I got a 3.
I got a 4.
So what do we do if two people have the same roll for initiative?
I feel like we could just discuss it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Which of you has
Because
the
it's
higher
group initiative.
agility?
Neither.
I have plus
Neither.
0.
0 to both.
I got
Cool.
0.
Uh,
We can
that's
just
fine.
roll off again.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't matter too much. But go ahead.
It fell.
3.
I got a 6 again.
There you go. All
There
right.
you go.
So
Okay.
we will go Aurora, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
Aurora, Grace, Mole, Tilda. Is that correct
Mhm.
in the order? All right. Keep that in mind. The plants are going first, though.
Ah, damn
Oh,
it.
I
shit.
rolled a 2 for who's going first, and it was the enemy. So it's the second time this has happened. I apologize for this. But the first of the vines is going to lash out towards you, and you notice, so it's this kind of giant, like thick vine that just sort of like unravels and shoots out towards you quickly. And on the end of it are a number of spiky little spine-looking things. They are not hard. They're not like javelin or like a flail
Thank
kind of
God.
thing. But as they hit you, let's see, they are going to take an attack. I forget. So I believe Tilda was the furthest into the room, throwing the skull. And then everyone else was back.
I had tried to run in front of Tilda to take the hit though,
That's right.
but I think I just missed her.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So we'll go. Yeah, they are going to actually go for whoever's furthest back because they're trying to keep you in the room. So I probably Mole. I'm guessing probably the furthest back, or Aurora.
No!
Probably.
Okay.
Mole's not even in the room.
Yeah.
So this is just a defense roll. So go ahead and roll a d20 plus your, test of agility. So it's your agility. Yeah.
That is a 21.
There you
Woohoo!
go. Perfect. It fully misses. As the spines kind of swing towards you, they're a little bit lethargic. You can tell they haven't like moved in a long time. There hasn't been a lot of life on this station for quite a while. But as they sort of swing towards you, it like kind of hits one of the walls and doesn't fully connect with you. So you
I'm
need
a
to
slippery
get out of
little
the way.
bugger.
The next of the vines is going to go, and it is going to attack Aurora. So
Oh,
go ahead and
great.
give me that agility roll.
Oh no. Alright, let's see. Oh, good. That's a 17.
You succeed. Same thing.
Yay!
Sort of, they're warming up a little bit. They're not quite, used to hunting for their prey. And then we're just gonna go in order here. The next one is going to be Grace. Go ahead and give me an agility roll.
Oh, no. Wait, that one's a d20. Why did I put it away? Natural 20.
All right,
Woo!
Nice.
killing it. And finally, Tilda.
Come on.
How many vines are there? Okay.
What'd you roll?
An 8.
An 8?
Oh,
All right.
We can
Unfortunately,
use our what do you call them?
you can use ripples.
Okay, I want to give my last one to Tilda so that she doesn't die.
And it is so ripples can be used for a few different things, just depending on what you want to use it for. Just to remind you, they can be used to re-roll a roll for yourself or someone else. They can be used for, I'm trying to pull it up because I can't remember all of the things.
Max damage.
Max damage. Yep.
You can negate a crit or a fumble
Reduce damage by a dice?
and reduce damage by d6. Yeah.
Yes.
There might be another one, but lower the DR of a test by
Yes.
4, but you have to use that one before you roll.
Yes.
Yes.
And the damage is just dealt to you, so you can't use it to reduce damage on someone else.
Okay.
But you
So
can
that-
have
Me reroll.
Tilda reroll.
Yeah, so I'll give my last ripple so she can reroll.
Oh, this is so much stress. I don't have any ripples left either.
Oh no.
Burn
No, I
everyone.
got a 6!
Oh no!
I have a ripple.
No!
Do it!
You guys
You
need to
have
stay
armor,
alive!
right?
You guys need to stay alive!
Well, it depends on how you can
Everything's
negate the
gotta die.
damage.
we don't know what's gonna
sometimes.
happen. I might not die. We don't know the death
True, yeah, I was
rules
gonna
of this
say-
game yet.
True. And you may negate the damage.
Do I need to remind you
I
that
might
hit
negate the damage. I might
7
negate the
points
damage.
from the fucking turrets? We don't know how strong these things are.
And hey, you know what? Maybe a bunch of vines encasing her, and who knows what's gonna happen next. Maybe that's how she wants to go.
Yeah, maybe I'll just roll another character. It's fine. It's good. It's fine. Don't die for me.
Okay.
It's too
Okay,
much.
okay, okay.
All of you can't just keep using your ripples.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and roll damage.
Mm. You can use it if you want to, but I just don't.
You have armor, correct, Tilda?
Yes, I do.
So what is your reduction on armor?
You have a D6,
A
I think, right?
D4. Now
D4.
my LSD is a D6, but my D minus D4. I wrote a lot of good notes.
Yeah.
What was the LSD again?
It's your life support die.
Lucy,
We might be
yeah.
about to figure out how they work.
A 3.
Ooh, all right. You fully negate the damage. I rolled a 3 for
Yes!
damage. However, I need
Uh-oh.
a toughness check.
Toughness
Oh.
is my bad one. I'm a glass cannon.
Come on.
My dice haven't. No, I'm not using new dice. A 3 minus 1, 2.
Oh
All right.
god.
So as they hit you, you don't take damage, but those like spikes that are on the end,
Yeah.
as they brush your skin, you feel like almost an electrical effect as they sort of like shock you and you
Oh,
fall to the
no.
ground. So you don't take damage, but you fall down. You are now prone.
Fuck.
Am I paralyzed or something, or just prone?
Just prone. You were just
Okay.
have fallen to the ground.
Okay,
And with that, it is y'all's turn.
you're
So
going in the dice jail.
Melissa, you're up.
Okay. Just curious, is there like a I have a crazy idea. So, is there a within like the central stock, is there like a opening or sort of any sort of vulnerabilities within the major stock of the plant?
It doesn't look like it. From what you can
Okay.
tell, these plants are kind of individual, like, stalks that have grown. There are not very many of them. It looks like these were, like, test samples. They haven't, like, spread out of control. They've mostly grown, like, out and then in, like, width. So there are 4 of these, like, overgrown vines sort of snaking throughout the room. Those are the things that attacked you. But then you also see the corn stalks. There are 4 of those left now after Tilda destroyed 2 of them.
Okay. Shit. Oh, wait. Actually, what do I have? How many of the strange metal balls would you say I have?
Give me a D12 roll.
D12? Okay. I have to look. I have to find a D12. That'd be great if I could find the D12, please. Okay. Let's do. Oh, new Fernway dice too, everybody, as one of our amazing sponsors. So let's see. 5?
Sure. You have, we'll say 5. Depending. Well, what do you want to do with them? Because it doesn't actually really matter.
Yeah. So the. Because I wasn't sure if it was 4 individual plants or if it was just one and it had 4 tendrils. So what I'm kind of planning on doing is I also have my can of Vocket with me. I'm kind of thinking it has a holster for it, like it's my drink of choice for when I'm too stressed. So
I love it.
I want to open up the can of Vocket and I actually want to put the strange metal balls inside so they get coated with the Vocket. And then I want to throw one at each of the 4, and then I'm hoping I could either shoot at it to set it on fire or use the last flare that Mole has to set it on fire. Because I want to try and hit all 4 of them if I can.
Exceptional. All right. Give me a D6 roll.
D6? Okay. Let's go for... Okay. D6. There we go. Yeet. 2.
Okay, that's fine. So this was a 50-50 thing.
Okay.
As you yeah, you can absolutely do that. As you put the strange metal orbs that you have in the Vocket, so I guess first off, these orbs, you would have probably found them just kind of on your person. Not really 100% sure where they came from. They just were in your pocket one day. As you were searching through some stuff, you found, a little bit of lint, a little bit of, like an access card for the ship, things like that. And then you just found this little pouch full of little metal orbs. As you put them in the Vocket, you notice that they sort of ripple of their own accord. And begin to sort of take on so Vocket looks a little bit like if you had you know what gasoline looks like when it's like on the surface and it makes that like rainbow surface. It looks like that. This stuff is rocket fuel, basically. It is a drink that is caffeinated alcohol, but it is like it's jet fuel, and it kind of shimmers like gasoline. So as you do this, you put the strange metal balls in. They take on that sort of like pearlescent, opalescent texture, and kind of turn clear instead of being the silvery metal that they were. They turn to this like the same color as the Vocket.
Okay. I'm just gonna be like looking at it. It's like, huh, that's different. So I'll just reach my hand into the can. I'm assuming it's one of those like massive sized ones that's like the whole size of my head that you see at the liquor store. So I'll just like reach my hand in and grab them, and then my attempt to throw one at each of them. So.
All right. So that is going to be. I think you're gonna have to make a ranged attack.
Okay.
For each of them, and I think you can probably throw. I'll say you can throw 2. Since they don't actually do damage on their own. Normally, like if you were firing a gun or something, you'd only be able to like shoot one time in a round. But I'll say you can throw 2 of them in this round.
Okay, let's do that. Where that would be. Would that be like a strength check?
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, it's gonna be a range. So go ahead and roll just presence.
Presence? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll roll 2 d20s, just one for each one, just to see if it. If that's not the button. Okay, +1 to presence. Okay. Let's do the first one. Come on. That fell off. Goddamn. First one's an 18, so that's for the first ball. The second one. That's a 5, so the second one didn't go, but first one I tossed it and it was successful.
Cool. Yeah. So as you throw the first one, it hits, but instead of doing the things that you would think it might do, where it would like bounce off if it were metal, or potentially like splash if it were water, it like hits and sort of starts to spread out around the vine itself, and there's now a shimmering opalescent section of the vine that still, it looks like the Vocket, but it looks like it is like attached on there now.
Oh.
We've probably
Okay.
just given it a boost.
Set
but-
that shit on fire.
That is going to be your turn. The other one
Okay.
sort of sails off into the distance and misses. But
Oops.
actually, you notice when it hits the wall on the other side, it does the same thing. It like kind of splashes out and goops up against the wall.
I might have made a mistake. Have fun!
And we are up to Taylor. What would you like?
Oh. Oh boy. So there's the door that we came through. Is there another door out, or is it just the singular lab
Just
room?
one lab room. This is like a hydroponics. So basically, there's a section of hallway that connects into this. So the door you came through to the hydroponics bay was actually like a hallway in, and then there's like a chute off of that, which is where you've gone into this hydroponics bay. So there's one door leading back out into the hallway. If you turn left from there, that takes you back to the big hole in the ship. Turning right takes you to the next section of the ship.
Right, and that's not barricaded?
No. I mean, you see there are some like vines near the door, because they've grown.
But the door's
sort of all
open?
around this room. The door's open, yeah, as it was when you came in.
Okay. Yeah, I've got nothing. I've got nothing ranged. So I'm just gonna try and book it down that right hallway, and if I have to go past something, I'll take a swing with my sledgehammer.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you have. So there's a vine next to you. The one that attacked you is next to you. It missed, but it is still like close enough that you could hit it with a melee attack. And movement in the board games is your movement is essentially the size of a normal room. You can move across a room in the span of a round. So there's not like an actual distance. It's just that. So you are totally able to move to the next
Yeah.
room. If
Cool.
you'd like
Yeah.
to.
Because I was right next to Tilda, so I will take a whopping great big swing at that thing, try and help her out, and then use my movement to get down that hallway.
Cool. Go ahead and make your melee attack. That's a strength roll.
I'm good at strength. 16.
Yeah, it passes. So DR12
Lovely.
strength attacks for all attacks is against a DR12 for the test.
Beautiful. And a D8 damage. Come on, please. Please, 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 please. 6.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. So as you are running past, you sort of like, I think, like whack-a-mole, or not whack-a-mole, but you know the games at carnivals that like you hit them with the big hammer and the bell goes up. It's like the bell ringing games at
Mhm.
carnival. You sort of do that with your sledgehammer, and as you bring it down on the piece of vine, it just obliterates and just smashes the whole like what seems to be the part of the vine that can actually move. You just like sever it completely from the stalk,
Hell yeah.
and it stops moving.
Hell yeah. And I'm just
then-
gonna yell, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go!
Yeah, you managed to make it out into the hallway. It does look like the vines can still reach out here if they were to move in your direction. So you're not out of range yet, but you are there.
It's a start.
Cool. And then looks like Matt has he's dealing with baby stuff. I
Tiny
think, so,
child.
Yes.
Mhm.
Small Matt.
Oh, there he is.
There.
Small man.
What's happening?
Welcome back. It's your turn.
Excellent. So one of the vines has been gotten rid of.
Yes.
Yes, one. One is gotten rid of, and one has this weird silvery stuff on it.
Well, I don't know what that is, but let's see how it reacts to bullets. And I'm gonna shoot it with my shotgun.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
with my, it's not a shotgun, it's a scatter gun. $12 exactly.
Well, exactly. All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
We'll see. That's just 2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to add a D4 to your damage.
4.
Hell yeah!
Ooh.
All right. So that's actually just enough. So as you you shoot your shotgun, the initial shotgun shell, or the scatter gun, the scrap stuff itself, doesn't really seem to do that much damage. It kind of rips through the plant, but it's a little too wide for it to actually do much. However, some of the metal sparks off of itself. The scrap gun is not efficient. It fires out a lot of sparks at the same time, and as it hits that silvery sort of goop, it ignites, and so you see it just very quickly. Because there's not a lot of oxygen in here, it doesn't have a lot to it doesn't keep burning. It just quickly ignites and burns off that stalk. So in the same way, the sort of end of it that is no longer attached to the main plant falls off, and it seems to stop moving.
That's 2 down.
Yeah.
And we are to Haley.
I mean, I would know that my plasma thrower, my plasma gun, is gonna not go through a ship's walls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna shoot that.
Go for it.
And is that presence?
Presence. Yep. D20 plus presence.
Okay, so it's 14.
Yeah, that hits. You're good. Go ahead
And
and roll
then
damage.
I don't actually know what damage. I don't think I wrote that one down.
Pull it up real quick. It is.
Oh.
Actually, so it is a D4 up to D4 targets. So you can roll a D4 to attack multiple targets, and then
Okay,
you roll
cool.
a D4 of damage.
I rolled 2.
All right, there you go. There's 2 vines left. So
Cool. I shoot. Pop one on both, and then damage is a D4 again.
Yep.
A 4.
Nice. There you go.
Woohoo!
Cool. Yeah.
A D4's
so,
pretty nice.
Yeah.
Keep that one.
So as you kind of pull back, so plasma launcher is it kind of looks like a water gun, but with a really big hole at the end of it. So instead of shooting out a fine stream of water, it shoots out these big globules of plasma that are sort of they look like mini suns almost.
Mhm.
And so as you sort of it flies out and it hits both of the vines, it does a lot of damage. It starts to sort of eat through before the plasma sort of fizzles out. You see they are still standing, but they are looking pretty disconnected from their main units.
Nice.
So, cool. And you're back to the top with the vines.
Uh-oh.
And do the same thing. So I need everyone, just go ahead and everyone roll me a agility.
Agility.
Or
Oh.
12. Sorry, D20. It's a DR.
Okay.
You rolled
Ooh.
Ripple.
Oh. Wait, you're out in the hallway. Can it still reach you?
that. Yeah, they can still reach. you.
Okay.
Actually, no,
Oh.
sorry. No, there's only 2 vines left.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So it will not go after Grace because it's out in the hall. She's out in the hallway. It will go ahead and attack. I think Haley, you're still in. Tilda's still in the middle of the room, so it's gonna attack. Tilda.
I did destroy the one next to her.
No, because there was one attacking me too, and I didn't kill that
Oh,
one.
there were
You destroyed the
2.
one that was attacking.
There were 2 because one attacked you, one attacked me, and they were both there. But that's
One
okay.
well, I
for
mean,
me.
Did you ripple or no?
Yeah, I'm rippling for you.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
18.
Yay!
Yes!
Melissa, what'd you roll?
I had an 18 as well.
All right. Killing me with these rolls. Well, you're not killing yourselves with these rolls, except Haley, who is but then
Almost.
getting rippled.
But okay, now I've used everyone's ripples
Yep.
though.
Mole still has
I
some.
still have one.
Okay.
I'm broke.
I'm broke. I used them up like first
Mhm.
session.
Yep.
0.
It's all good.
When do they
cool.
re-roll? After a rest.
Yes.
This has got 0.
So, cool, yeah, you both managed to avoid the vines that sort of lash out at you. Roll, both of you, roll me another agility
Okay.
check.
This is Tilda and Aurora.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agility 0.
Ooh, that's
7.
good. Just wanted to double check. That's a 14.
Okay. So, Aurora, you are okay as you manage to, as you kind of dodge out of the way of the vines. You manage to avoid any of the other plants in the room.
Oh,
However,
there's other plants.
No.
Tilda, as you jump out of the way, you do run into one of the popcorns, which isn't that big of a deal. You'll be all right. So it is going to hit everyone in the room as the kernels sort of fly outward at all of you. It is going to. You will still make a defense roll. So this is your agility again. So you're gonna make another agility roll. That first.
Everyone?
Yeah, Mole's not here, but when Matt gets back, then it will be that. Matt gave me I can roll for him. So agility is +3. I'll go ahead.
Damn.
Matt. So Mel, Haley, and Matt all need to roll agility.
Agility? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a separate agility than the one I just did?
Yeah, so
Okay,
the
got
first one was to avoid the vines. The second one was to see if while avoiding the vines you ran into the popcorn. The
Now
third
it's
one is
to-
to avoid the
got it.
popcorn attack.
There's a lot of snacks in this game. I don't like this. Okay, 14 again.
All right, what'd you roll, Haley?
5.
You need a new d20.
I used a new D20 this time.
Do another one.
I'm doing
Right.
another one.
Do I use my last ripple?
No.
Or, no, you know, because you may negate it.
already gave me another one.
It's okay.
All right, so go ahead and roll your damage mitigation.
Why do the dice want me to die today?
I don't want you.
We don't want you to die.
We don't want you! See, now the dice are listening.
I mean, Colin said that I wasn't important.
1.
Yes.
A 1! Yes!
Yeah.
You're
No
good.
way!
So everybody else manages to avoid.
My
and-
dice want to kill me, your dice want to save me. We're
Yeah,
a
totally.
formidable duo today.
All right.
Oof.
Cool. Yep. So you are all
New D20.
good
Woo.
now. Mel, you are up.
Okay. So how bad are the? Did Tilda shoot at one vine or 2?
2. I shot at 2.
You shot at 2 of them? Okay.
Yeah.
I can only
bad.
shoot at 1, so I want to shoot at whichever one looks the most hurt, or if it's
They're the
equal,
same.
then okay. So I just want to roll, and that's a presence. No, agility to shoot.
Presence for shooting.
Presence.
Yeah.
Presence. Okay, so
DR12.
I'm just gonna grab. I'm reholstering whatever's left of my Vocket, and then I'm just going to use my other hand to grab my my one badass cannon. So I want to roll and see if I hit it. This is going to dice jail. That's a 4.
Yeah, that does not.
Doesn't
succeed.
hit. And I guess just for movement, avoiding the popcorn, I want to hide behind one of the fallen vines with the hopes that it gives me a little bit of cover. And I'm gonna holster whatever the 2 other balls that I used. I'm gonna put them back in the little pouch I had for him because I want to save those for later. So that's it for me.
Cool.
So you didn't run out of the room and follow me?
No, I
Just-
want to get rid of these things. I don't want to leave Tilda and Mole.
All right, Grace, you're up.
Okay. Realizing that no one's followed me, I will go back into the room and take a swing at the closest vine. So it's just a straight roll because it's a melee weapon. Was that?
Strength. No, your strength.
Oh,
to
I get
hit.
strength for that one. Hell yeah. Plus 2, 19.
Yep, as long as it's over
Hell
12. So all of the combat tests are DR 12. So as long as you roll above a 12 or a 12 or higher, actually, you succeed.
Yeah.
Unless an
that's gonna
enemy
be-
has something that changes.
Yeah, unless they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is going to be 5 sledgehammer damage.
All right. Yeah. So as you swing at the next one, you catch it kind of like right. I think you probably kind of like helicopter your way in and spin around with the sledgehammer and like kind of drill it right into the side of this plant where it's already pretty eaten up from the plasma. And that's gonna, that'll take out that the third one. So there's one left. Same thing, falls off. Tendrils seem to be not moving. You see the little stump is still kind of like squiggling around. Like it is still alive. It's just disconnected with its actual like parts that could hurt you.
See, the other ones you said that they weren't moving. So is this the only one
Sorry, no.
squiggling?
The tendrils themselves, like the pieces that you've cut off, are not moving on any of them. All of them seem to be at
But
their
the little
stalks.
nubs are moving.
Yeah, the nubs are like, squirming. They don't have any.
Oh, I hate it.
I'm just
Cool.
imagining it's now like baby Groot.
Is it? Can we see a pot?
Not. I mean, you can see where the roots are coming out. I'm assuming that as you're attacking them, you're attacking pretty close to the roots. You can see. So, essentially, what has happened here is they had like test growing beds for these things that they outgrew and sort of grew their roots into the ship itself. And it seems to have somehow figured out how to get nutrients out of just like the void of space. So they're not like rooted in the actual like farm beds anymore. Oh, we disappeared for a second. We're back. We're not rooted in the things anymore, or they're not like rooted in their actual like hydroponic beds anymore. They are now just like free in space, but you attacked them low enough that you've cut them off basically where they can't do anything. Oh, we've all disappeared. There we go.
Oh.
Whoa.
Pay no attention to the dark squares.
Okay.
Cool.
Mole's just doing some
leave.
upgrades on the ship.
I got some
That
upgrades
is-
going. It has to reboot.
Mole is up, I believe.
So there's just one squirmy boy left.
One swarmy boy left.
Is there
There
popcorn floating around still?
There are a few popcorn plants still attached. Yeah.
Do I see anything that would indicate like a fail safe in this room, or like some sort of like press here in case of hentai plant explosion? Shut up! It's art.
All right, timestamp.
Now, they are definitely going to wrap around your ankle now and hold you up so that your skirt falls upside down. That's absolutely happening. No, from what you can tell, I mean, there's like your typical like fire suppression, like that kind of stuff. It doesn't seem like they were prepared for, explosive plant growth into somewhat sentient plants that can attack. So there's not, I mean, there's some old like test equipment, like there's like some old beakers and like some things like that, but nothing that you can see that's really anti-plant weapons.
Then I'm just gonna shoot it.
Shoot away.
The last vine that's wiggling around.
I figured.
Ah, just an 11. I missed it by 1.
Aw.
All right, and Hilda,
I
you're up.
didn't. Oh, yeah, it's my turn now, of course. I'm also just gonna. So I want to shoot at the vine, but I also, if I get multiple shots with the plasma, I want to try and just aim for the stalk, like the root, the bulb where things are coming out. The little stubbies.
Gotcha.
2. So 1 for the arm, 1 for the stub.
Okay, yeah, go roll your ranged attack. So D20 agility. You're good.
You got it. Come on.
A 12.
Hey, that passes. There you go.
Yay!
Right at.
Okay, so 2.
2 stalks.
Oh,
Go
do you
ahead
want me
and
to
roll.
re-roll that one, or?
No, you're fine. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage. I mean, yeah, you're good. Roll damage. D4.
A 4.
Nice.
Yay!
Cool. Yeah. So you managed to the plasma
Oh,
like
wait.
nice. The plasma again sort of like hits the plant, and this time it just eats away at the rest of it as it burns out the stalk. Another tendril falls off. Your little nubs are, wriggling. The final, or that last little ball of plasma hits the one of the stubs, and it does seem to like kind of burn it away. It doesn't seem to,
Hoping to kind of go to like the center of the stubs. Into its
they are
little-
all spread out across the room. They're each in like individual hydroponics, like
This
bins.
isn't one
It is
plant.
not one plant. It is 4 plants.
But the same plant? Like it's in the
Same type,
same
yeah.
type? Oh. Okay. I thought it was like a big mama plant.
And with that, we are out of initiative. There are still 3 popcorn plants left in this room, but they are not actively attacking you. They are just there, and likely if you were to run into them, would still explode. But you are out of combat, and you all lived. Congratulations. You did it.
Ooh.
Yay.
We did it.
Yeah, so you see as the plants sort of realize that there's like they've lost their main stubs, they stop expending the energy to move, and they sort of go the little stubs that are still wriggling, just sort of slow down and stop.
Is there any way for me to retrieve the one ball that just shot itself into the wall?
So actually, as you go over to that, you see it has sort of taken on the properties of the hull itself now. So instead of being that opalescent kind of color, so instead of the opalescent color, it's now just sort of the like steel hull color, and seems to be kind of hard like the hull is.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me. I don't even know. Give me a spine check. We'll call
Spine?
that. Yeah, we'll call this
Okay.
spine. It's the weirdness of space.
Okay, so that's just a straight roll for me. That's a 2.
So you kind of half-heartedly walk over and try to get it off, but it really seems like it's attached. Like it looks like it has basically become part of the whole. It's separate. Like you can tell it's imagine if you had just put like a sticker that was the same material as the hull over the hull. That is what it looks like now.
Okay.
And you can't really seem to get a hold of it in any spot to really get it off. So you have lost one of them.
Okay.
They are not something that is tracked like ammo wise, and their properties might change as the game goes on. It is the MacGuffin for this, depending on what you want to do with them. So have fun. However, now that the firing has stopped as well, we can go ahead and count your bullets. So everybody who shot things, use a D8.
D8.
I was actually just trying to find those rules.
Where?
I don't know
There
that
we
they're
go.
listed in the Scourgeburg rules.
Oh my god. That's 7.
6.
I rolled a 3. I'm just waiting for this page to load. Okay.
So
Yeah, 1 to 3 mag empties.
yep. So you are out of ammo in one of your mags. I don't remember. Did you have multiple?
I only have a 1.
Have one. Okay. But you have the scrap gun, and the scrap gun can use random things around you. So.
Yep.
Cool. So everybody else is good. You all managed to maintain your ammo. You're not out.
Okay.
No one took damage, but normally at this time also you could catch your breath and restore a D4 of HP if you'd taken damage. But no one did, so you're good. Cool. What would you all like to do?
Can I gather up some of that random lab equipment
Sure.
for future ammunition needs?
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, you find. Go ahead and roll. It's the usual like ammo roll. I can't remember. There's a. No. I remember. Do you remember, Matt? How you determine how many mags you have?
Oh, it's usually like a D4 at character creation.
Yeah, okay. So we'll do the same thing. Go ahead and roll a d4 to see like how much you can gather.
It's gonna be another one. Oh, 3. Okay.
Okay, nice. So you have 3 ammo now. However, with that, if you roll a 1, if you fumble basically while attacking, it jams the gun.
My gun breaks.
and it breaks. Yeah. So careful. And you can always like you don't have to load like all the scrap in. Like you can like if you get more ammo, you can not have that scrap in there kind of thing. But cool. All right. What would you all like to do?
Since this is the hydroponics plant, I'd imagine there's no notes or anything like that, like the research that we're gunning for, right? This is solely like the practical side of it, where they applied everything.
Yeah, so from what you can tell, there's not like there might have been at one time information here. There are terminals, but it looks like the plants growing throughout the ship have destroyed basically all of the like lab equipment in this room, and like all of the like any of the terminals or any of the connected anything that would have been in here is gone.
Okay.
But I think you would all probably know that there is high likelihood of there being like backups of that data. So in the world of Scourgeburg, it's not like Cyborg where everything is like connected and you can like do they're like terminals do their one job basically. So you would back up your data pretty frequently to like other terminals just in case something happened to one. There's like redundant systems there. So
I forgot about the whole space thing, and my brain first was like, let's look for a filing cabinet. And then the whole conversation, I was like, oh my God.
Space filing.
Space
Actually, there is actually a filing cabinet in this room, but it's just got just pages and pages of hentai in it.
Someone was actually here trying to create their fantasies, not sustainable food.
Yeah, it's sustainable.
I'm gonna take some of those and tuck them into my oddly out of character schoolgirl skirt.
Yep, you 100% now have a couple manga magazines.
Perfect.
Good.
I'm writing it down. You can't take it away from me.
No, I'm not taking it away. You got it. It's all you.
Like volume 3, mint condition.
Fuck, I'm missing volume 4.
All right. What now?
Is there, real quick, is there anything that we can safely use to sort of take samples of the vines that are no longer attached or moving?
I mean, you can probably find something sharp to try to like get a scraping, or like you can. I'll say you managed to find like a couple like slides, like lab slides. You can probably get like a little cell scraping kind of thing. I don't think all of you are proficient enough in like science to do something like that without, you may not be able to like read it and be like, oh, it's a, this kind of plant or whatever, but like you can definitely take a lab sample and like scrape it, or you could put like a piece of it into a beaker or whatever.
Yeah, want to like seal it so there's no chance of me like accidentally touching it and getting some sort of weird thing. But yeah, I'd like to take a sample. I'm not touching the corn because stuff that. But yeah, any sample that I can safely extract and keep safe, I'll take.
Cool.
I thought I already gathered up all of the corn. Got it.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Yeah. So you, you managed to get a sample. I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. It's easy enough to do. Take your time on basically. Yeah, you have a sample now. You can go ahead and write that in your inventory if you'd like. It's
Woo.
the sample of a strange plant.
Just curious, is there like any sort of map anywhere like on the walls? I'd imagine a big research place like this, they would say like, in case of emergency, exit here. Is there like anything like that on the
Like a little
on the
metal
walls?
plaque that's like, it's actually engraved into it, so it can't wear away.
Yeah, we have them in the labs where I
On a
work.
cruise ship, they've got them. They show you where to go and how to get everywhere. Like that.
Yeah.
Even on a regular ship, I'm sure they do.
Like,
too.
because I'm just trying to think if we already know that oh, I missed the joke, I'm sorry. Since we already know that like the plant's clearly uprooted and completely destroyed the terminals, I'm thinking we're all under the same impression that the backups would probably be in like the deck, like the main deck of the ship. So I just wanted to see if there's like a map to show like the general trajectory of where that might be. That way we could try and figure out more of what happened.
Yeah. So there absolutely is on the wall a pretty. It's fairly rudimentary. It's a sort of three-dimensional representation of the ship. Has the sort of stereotypical, you are here. You see a line sort of leaving the hydroponic lab and going out into the left through the area that is like where the explosion happened, and into the emergency cryopod area to say like, in case of emergency, get here. It does also have another line that leads to the airlock, which is just a few sections down from the cryo area.
Oh, okay.
So, like in case of, rescue kind of thing, like get to the airlock instead of the cryopods.
Okay.
From that, you can gather sort of like a general layout of the ship. It has sort of a 3D representation. There are, I believe, let me do the quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so there are 5 like spokes off of this ship. And then in the center is another little spoke sort of looking thing. So it's like a big circle. There are hallways connecting each of the things all the way around with these spokes sort of coming off of them.
Yeah.
And then in the middle is sort of like a larger area that you would assume is probably the bridge.
Okay.
Also, that's not the cryo area.
No.
I think I'll just like point it out to the rest of to the others and just be like, it looks like the main bridge is at least over here. It wouldn't be a bad thing to take a look at to at least figure out more of what happened.
Yeah, let's head there, yeah.
Sounds good to me. Would we need
Is that
to
down
go-
the hallway that I'd that I'd attempted to go down, or is that the left-hand side that was barricaded?
So you can see on the map there are 2 entrances to the bridge. So basically the layout is
There's no.
should draw this. Yeah, there's not a map on here, but so you have hydroponics, hallway, cryopods, hallway, airlock. Next to the airlock, so the airlock goes out of the ship, so like a ship could pull up. There's a way onto the bridge right there. And then going all the way around, there's another hallway. There is the security room. There is another hallway. Then there is the so it would be the another entrance to the bridge, another hallway, and then the crew quarters. So you are next to hallway and crew quarters, basically.
So if we go through to the crew quarters, we can make it to the bridge quicker that way.
Yeah, you're about halfway between both. So you could go back through the emergency cryopods, or you could go back, or you could go away. You haven't gone through the crew quarters.
So is that what it looks
Oh.
like?
Yeah, except for
Doesn't only joins at 2 places.
yeah, it
Ah.
only joins at 2 places here. I can.
So
you
I'm-
all debate real quick.
I'm drawing it on the map. Am I even close? I've got a little skull for the cryopod thing. there's a hole that leads to that hallway between cryopods and the
yeah.
tentacles of
Oh yeah,
hydroponics.
I see it.
And then there's a tunnel that leads over to the airlock. Now there's a donut. Oh, nope, the donut has a slice in it.
Oh, I see.
It's a Pokeball.
I choose you, Tangela.
My art ability is very bad. Okay,
What
so
is this?
airlock, big explosion area. Whoops, sorry, not that. Big explosion area, hydroponics, emergency cryopods.
Wait,
This
isn't there a
is-
hall? Oh, you haven't drawn the hallways.
The hallways are between. So this is a hallway. This is a hallway.
Ah, the explosion was the hallway.
Hallway.
Okay.
Security. Oh, security room. Hallway.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Universe as
This
we
is going well.
try to understand this bloody shit we've just laid down.
This is why you need to go to TA Maps.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's exactly right.
TA Maps
Hallway.
for all of your custom map cartography needs. The bigger the commission, the bigger the discount.
Yes.
Perfect.
Just mention Tales of Initiative.
Okay. There you go. That is your map. There is the airlock is directly opposite the crew quarters, which is one hallway away from where you are now. I think I might have explained that slightly wrong to begin with. So
Yes.
this is the map now. This is
So crew quarters is closer.
yes.
Haha.
And what's the central room in the middle of the donut?
That is the bridge.
That is the bridge. Okay.
That's where we're gonna go, I reckon. Crew
So
room,
that's we want to go and fill that donut hole.
snoop through their things.
Exactly. And the E is the engine room.
I don't want to mock you. There's two E's now. I just thought that was funny. I know what they both stand for,
Oh, yep.
but I just thought it was funny that there's now two E's.
What is the other E for?
Emergency cryo.
Yep. Now it's an EC.
No, it's an EC. Yep.
There we go.
Shut up, Matt.
Okay.
You know that
A random rocket comes through and kills you all.
No!
On the side of the rocket, it says you shouldn't have mocked your
Shouldn't have
GM.
mocked the GM.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. So there's your explanations of how everything is.
Chad, if only you could see this map.
It's art. This is art.
Absolute masterpiece.
It's great. You know what it does.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
I forgot that was your voice for a second. Yeah, let's go.
come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah.
All right, on our way to the crew quarters then.
Nothing like hyper pink.
What kind of door
capitalism
is
to-
blocking us? Sorry.
Same thing. This one, the airlocks do not seem to have engaged. Like the emergency airlock system doesn't seem to have gone down. It didn't detect like an explosion or like a damage to the hull, so it's just a normal door. It does not seem to be powered, but it's fairly simple to use your little hacky rig thing, your battery that you brought to power.
I don't want to turn on the turrets though.
Yeah.
You
I
just
guess.
burn through the
I
door
use
like
my
you did last
plasma
time.
torch and cut through the door.
Yeah, there we
There's
go.
no power, so they can't turn on. Hopefully.
It's a very thin door too. I think you could probably also just like crowbar your way in. Like you wouldn't take much to just like.
Because
you
it's
don't have
just
to
the
necessarily
regular
climb,
door,
yeah,
it's
just,
not the
like-
airlock door. That's okay. I still use my plasma gun because it's fun,
All right.
and I like to
Uh,
feel useful within the group at the moment.
Yeah. So you plasma your way through. Cut like a nice hole. Now you gotta wait for the metal to cool for a sec, but you get through with no problem.
I kick the door once I've that's like that really helps me feel cool at the end.
I love it. Cool. So you are into the hallway. There's another door on the other side. There doesn't appear to be much in this hallway.
I'm bored by a third through this door. and I don't feel as cool anymore.
Cool. Yep, you're through. On the other side, you see sort of it's similar to the hallways, but instead of having just 2 doors, it now has 4 doors. One leads what you would assume is towards the bridge, the other to the crew quarters, the other one to the next hallway. So this is like a little junction point. Call it.
Oh, so the crew quarters kind of pops off the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can either go basically right or left. Right takes you to the crew quarters. Left takes you to the.
Oh, I'd like to go look at the crew quarters.
It might be spooky.
Spooky how?
Spoopy, scoopy skeletons.
You gonna come with me then?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's smart to split up.
Cool. Oh, I want to look in here. You want to come with?
Sure.
Awesome. I am going to open that door to the crew quarters.
Yeah, you managed to get into the crew quarters. It's the similar door. It's not an airlock. You just get in. So what you can see immediately are just a number of empty bunks and lockers sort of lining the halls or the walls of this kind of large. It is a big circle basically. So every bunk is its own little like area to sleep. And then it's got like a little storage for each of the crew members. And there's like 50 to 100 loose beds in this room. It's a pretty large room, but it doesn't seem like there's much like privacy.
Does it look like people left in a rush? Or like, is there stuff scattered everywhere? Or is it like neat, tidy, or completely empty?
Yes. So looking around, it does seem as though people sort of haphazardly grabbed whatever they could as they were leaving this area. You sort of get the feeling that they didn't have a lot of time to get from point A to point B from here to the cryopods, and so yeah, it seems like that's it.
Did we actually see? I don't know if we actually checked how many. Even though a lot of the pods were failed, some of them wouldn't have had people in them at all. Do we know
didn't
how
really
many
check
people
that.
tried to? Did we see that at all while we were scrolling through it?
Yeah, so I think as you were looking through, most of them did have people. It seems like almost all of them failed. There were probably 10 total that didn't fail.
Yeah.
And sort of judging by the numbers.
And how many pods were there?
About this, it's the same as the number of beds in this room. So there was a cryopod for each person.
Okay.
There were some empty ones. You can assume that most of them came from the explosion in the hallway, people kind of being sucked out into space from that.
Yeah.
There were, I guess, make me a spine check.
That's not a good one.
You all can do this if you'd like.
9.
I'm good at that. Where's my stat?
Oh,
There.
that's wrong.
I just got
20.
10.
21.
That's a 2.
Okay. So
As I'm talking nonsense, you just pick something up. You're like, oh, I remember something.
Yeah, Mole and Grace, both from different reasons. Mole, you're sort of like counting pieces, trying to determine things. Brain picks this up as well. And then Grace, you as like kind of the captain-y mind, thinking through, number of crew, that kind of thing. There's more crew missing from the cryopods than would have probably been sucked out of the ship. It seems like the being sucked out of the ship happened later.
I knew it.
But yeah, so there's a few more crew probably, having done some scans with the ship and like determining how many people were outside of the ship from that sort of explosive decompression. You do have a general idea that there are people who didn't make it to the cryopods.
Mm-hmm.
But not very many.
There were 5 or 6 that we saw floating. Or was it closer to a dozen? I don't remember.
It was like 5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah. And then that we
did
found
see
the
a skeleton.
one, and there was one
Up
body
in
that had
there.
been eaten by the plants. So
Mhm. So like 7, 8.
probably 7 or 8 people that didn't make it that we're aware of. There may
And
have
then-
been more bodies or more people floating in space that we didn't see.
Then there's
this
the
is
10 that we saw that are active or still working, and then there was the 100 odd we saw that failed.
The ones that were empty and no people, do they just say failed, or did they were they not occupied, like not even turned on to
Yeah,
begin with?
they didn't
so,
have names associated with them at all.
so there's
They were
no
just
reason
empty.
to have failed.
Right.
All right, cool. So we could go double check to see exactly how many didn't make it to the crevice.
There's
The numbers
Just from
don't
the-
add up.
just from the bodies outside, there are enough cryopods for us to use if we need.
We
Mm.
can't get them to work. Oh,
We could. They were never assigned a name, so they were never activated.
Right. They have power. Is there anything
I mean,
to
there's
actually
one
jump
still
into?
going. There's one still going now, right? So there must be some form of power going to it.
To be
It was an
honest,
emergency.
But it was
And-
definitely not. They didn't look good.
I got bad vibes. I don't know if it's the brightest idea for us to
We wanna do
hook
it to
up with
ourselves.
whatever it is that the window was small. I couldn't tell, but there was just something very off.
Yeah.
Something did not feel right.
If things go wrong here, I'm fine just jumping out that hole and aiming for the nearest star. I'll just drift.
We just literally
Just
just call
yeet.
out to our ship and they'll come
I-
and get us. We've got a whole crew. I'm sure they're looking out for us. Right?
Sure.
They're not like hired mercenaries that are going to steal our ship while we're off of it. They're like crew that we've dealt with for years, right?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna say.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I'm asking. I
yeah.
plead to the
Oh,
to the
glorious
GM.
The
DM,
pattern cares
please.
not for your
Please.
please.
Mighty GM, please give us a crew that cares about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we sort of.
I mean, they want to be paid too, right? So they're
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like in general, people in the span. The whole point of being on a skip is that like you're not confined to a station, and so like your foremost priority is yourself. Your second foremost priority is your crew.
cool.
I'm gonna look
Are there
for.
any?
I'm looking for volume 4 and/or anything of use in this room.
Yeah. Is there anything in this room could
Yeah, I want weapons.
Yeah. Make me a what do we call this?
Would it be a spine check since we're kind of digging through dead people's stuff?
Yeah, I like that. Let's call it spine. So everybody can make me a spine check.
Okay, let's try a different dice. That's not in dice jail. Ooh, that's better. 19.
15 for me. And also, chat, you can see the adorable map now.
It is pretty cute.
Yes. Tilda found something shiny and immediately got distracted, sat on the floor, and that was the end of that.
Cool.
Hilda, your
Oops.
ED's showing.
Yes,
Yeah, it doesn't
100%.
matter.
No.
A natural one. What else is she gonna do?
Oh no.
She finds an inspirational poster and puts her hands on her hips and just takes it in, and that's it. Like,
There's a
It's a
cat
little-
in a space helmet that's hanging there.
Yeah. It's actually tethered to like an
Yeah.
EVA tether, and the cat's just like floating in a spacesuit. Yeah.
I got a 13.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So everyone but Tilda.
Aw.
You search the room. There is not much in here. You find a bunch of like random knickknacks, things like personal effects of this crew, but nothing that really strikes you as like useful.
No volume 4.
What'd you roll?
15.
Okay, cool. So Mel, what did you roll?
I rolled a 19.
Okay, I knew somebody rolled high. So with a 19, you find two things. One, you find A locker that is very clear to you to be the captain's locker, the person who would have been in charge of the ship. In it, you notice a few things as well. One, you do find volume 4.
I'm just gonna like look at it and just like kind of do the go long gesture towards Mole and just like yeet it so that they can catch it.
Nice. It sails through the air, tentacles flapping on the pages as it goes through low gravity. Cool. Yeah, you as well, probably more usefully, you notice a few things. One, there is the captain's like locker is fairly organized. It appears to be that there is a missing spacesuit from the captain's thing, and knowing what you know from the cryopods, you didn't see anything. Very likely, so while it didn't have a lot of identification about like who was who, very likely it would have identified at least like who the captain is, so that you could like wake up the captain first and foremost. There was no captain cryopod in the emergency cryopods that you noticed. So
that ain't good. Okay.
the other thing
I feel like his locker is just slightly bit bigger and like got a little like gold shimmer to it, and his pod is just like 4 of the other size of the other ones, and it's just but with the rest of the crew, but it's just a little bit bigger. Like his captain pod has got like gold trim for his
He's got the
emergency
full poster
cryo.
band.
That's how you can tell it's the captain's one, not because it's labeled, but it's like gold trim. Little badge.
Surround
just a little
sound.
gold star.
A
Actually.
bedazzled
Gold
cryopod.
star, yes. Yes.
Subwoofers.
Bedazzled cryopod.
Yes,
Sorry.
and so the other thing you notice in there is a space for a captain's access card that is a like sort of lockbox that it would fit the card basically perfectly, so that the captain could put it in there like while sleeping and not have to worry about someone accidentally or on purpose getting their access card and doing nefarious deeds or really just pranks. Either one. It is not in there, however. The box is empty. The card is missing. You didn't check out the door, but most of you would know, I think, that the access to the bridge is going to likely require the captain's
card.
a captain's access card, or a access card with the access administration rights to access the bridge in case of an emergency lockdown. You would also all know the bridge is much more shielded than many other parts of the ship. If the ship were to explode, the bridge would survive, basically. It and the emergency cryopod section are both heavily shielded. And especially in a research vessel like this, because they're probably storing the backups in the bridge, those backups are then heavily protected there. They don't have to protect the whole ship with that, but they can like keep those 2 areas safe. Yeah.
So we have to find the captain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
bloated off too.
I'm gonna relay it to everybody else and just be like, we have a problem. Captain's access card is missing, and so is the captain's suit. And the captain wasn't in any of the pods.
Alright, I won the last bet, so I'm putting another one on Zombie Captain.
Yeah.
Sabi captain?
Zombie Captain.
Oh.
Which is real sad. A little bit of sobbing.
Sobbing captain.
He's a real sad
So
sack.
just listen out for crying
These
and
pages
follow
are
the
used.
tears.
I mean, wouldn't you be a little upset if you just vanished for 40-odd years?
I'd imagine I'd be dead within the 40-odd years of the ship going kaplooey and floating off into the vastness of space, but...
I don't think I'd wait around for 40 years.
Walking through the desolate halls of a living corpse.
You're a lot of fun, you know that?
I'm great at parties.
So do we have to do a loop then and see if we can find him? Or...
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, I don't think, to take a look and see what we're dealing with the bridge. Hopefully there's no more turrets or God knows what else, but
we won't be able to get through the bridge.
not without the access card. Like, unless we'd have to jump it, or I'd imagine that it's only just the one card, but I'd imagine there would have to be like an emergency backup or something in case everything does go sideways. Right?
also first mate or something like that might have a card.
Maybe that, or there's a contingency plan in case the doors lock and the card's on the inside and not on the outside.
Manual
Or-
override.
There has to be something.
Oh wait, Mole, you would know about ship's manual override with doors and going into bridges and stuff. You're inside the walls of ships constantly.
Would I know these things?
Yeah. I mean, you would absolutely know, especially in this case, in the case of this kind of emergency lockdown. You probably could blast your way into the ship, but you're gonna or into the bridge, but you're gonna do a lot more damage to the exterior ship components than you are to the bridge. It's essentially a fort. Like it is fully locked down, heavy radiation shielding, heavy like armor shielding around the hull. You could blast your way in, but it's not necessarily guaranteed to keep the bridge alive if you do so.
That wasn't.
And override wise, sorry, yes. You do know there would likely be someone would have the access code. So like if the corporation company that created this research station came in, they would have override codes.
Mm-hmm.
But in the other case, there would likely be another access card. It would be any access card that has like security clearance. So the captain or like the first security officer would have that.
Is it like today where people never update their codes and it's just going to be 5 zeros or 1 2 3?
The password is password.
Or 6969.
Yeah.
They are data cards, so it's like an NFC, like you swipe into a office building kind of card.
Yeah. Cool.
Very physical, not a punch code.
Yes. Of course.
So, if
Is
the
there-
captain... Oh, go ahead.
Well, is there another high-ranking crew member lockbox in here?
That's what I was going to ask.
No, actually. As you look around, it appears like there's, you would assume some missing people from if this ship has security officers, which it should. There do not seem to be lockers for security officers here.
Oh, maybe in the security bay they actually stayed, right?
Should be.
That makes complete sense that there's a security bay. Let's go there, right?
I had a small giggle at your Yoda-esque phrasing. In the
You're welcome.
security bay they stayed.
I didn't even notice.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's just do the loot, right?
Yeah, let's do the loot.
The
Yeah.
zombie captain's in one of these rooms, and that's easily another, 30 coins in the pocket, right? Because someone's taking me for that bet. Someone did,
Mhm.
yep.
No one took that
Anyone?
bet, Mole. No.
Yeah, I
No.
swear you did.
I
Yeah,
did not
I
take
might
that
have.
bet, Mole.
But I can't remember.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's a good sport. I'm just gonna kick through the next door and go to the hallway leading towards the
I'm gonna let
secretary.
Mole go first as a sacrifice if it actually turns out to be zombie captain. So
Wouldn't there be like air vents? Like, couldn't you like crawl through the air vents into the next room and just have a
They're
quick
full of
scope?
plants, remember?
All the air vents, not just from.
Oh, I don't know now.
well, the plants were in between the outer wall and the inner wall, so they're like kind of exoskeleting the inside of
Like,
the ship.
If we look in things now, like how we could see the plants before, can we see plants jutting out of the bits and pieces, or no?
No.
This looks
Plants-
untouched.
Plants seem to be mostly interested in growing outside the ship at this point.
Mm.
The tendrils that you saw coming through the little like holes in the hull are mostly outside of the ship. You don't see any plants once you are past the hydroponic bay.
But it's not airlocked here.
As in,
There's
like,
no atmosphere.
There's no atmosphere here. No, yeah.
Could I then go John McClaning around this space station and
Do you have on armor?
I have a mining suit, so I have tier 2 armor.
And you have your jetpack.
And I have a jetpack. I don't want to use that in the AC vents.
So I'll say Because Mole is the sort of weird, limmy creature that he is, you can, but you'll have to remove your armor. The mining rig is too hard to fit through the tight spaces there.
The only protection I need here is my Japanese girl's school outfit.
Yes, you'll still have like your jumpsuit on, which has the base space here, but
Oxygen.
it'll be basically like you have on the basic spacesuit at that point.
Like me, we're buddies.
It's time for a scouting mission, and I will just clamber into the walls.
All right.
I'll hijack Mole's suit so that I have some protection instead.
The real motive has been revealed.
Just to hold it, I'll obviously give it back to them, maybe. So, just so that we have it at least with us and it's not being like
Sure.
left behind.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go with
Sure.
that.
So which way are you headed?
I'm gonna go towards the what does second E stand for?
Engine room.
Engine room. Ooh, my favorite. I'm gonna go through the
Okay.
engine room.
Okay. Are you being sneaky?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me agility.
And we could still communicate with them too through our. Okay.
Yep.
I got a 22 agility.
Okay.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Walls.
Yep.
I'm in the walls.
You are. You managed to kind of crawl up and through. There are basically entrances to each room to sort of handle ventilation and air. You can also go up through like the more circular central air loop. And yeah, okay. That's a good sneak. So what would you like to do in the air vents?
I want to try and look into the engine room and just get a quick yay nay of what's going on in there.
Okay. It is okay, yeah. So it's very dark in the engine room. The emergency lights seem to be out in that room. I believe, don't you have night vision?
I was just
I
gonna
was gonna
say,
say, you
thanks
have
to
the night
character
vision, yep.
creation, I have night
Yeah.
vision
Oh, yeah.
heads-up display.
Cool. So you
The walls
engaging
are my
that,
favorite terrain.
engaging your night vision and looking around, you can tell there has been pretty significant damage to the engine room. It looks like something went wrong with the skip drive, which has damaged the engine room in a very strange way. Skip drives, when they get damaged, they explode, but they explode in hyperspace. So there is like burn damage across a bunch of the surfaces. It doesn't seem like it has actually done like significant hull damage, but there's like a weird scorch radius around it that seems to be within like the skip drive itself, from the skip drive itself. Outside of that, there isn't much else here that you can see.
I have a feeling this is what caused a little time blip in this place. Doesn't look like it's threatening at all. People could walk through there. It's not dangerous.
From what you can tell.
Okay. I'll let them know. Hey, the engine room looks fucked, but not dangerous. You should be fine. I'll go ahead to the security room and see if zombie captain's in there.
Cool. I just start getting that door down with the plasma torch.
Oh,
I'm doing patterns this time.
Oh,
The way he said that, I think I'm fucked.
It doesn't matter. I didn't. I mean, I just, yeah.
Yep.
I went
You
like
said it
every
was
other
safe.
door. You said
Oh,
it was
we wouldn't-
safe.
yeah, we wouldn't know if there's a smell in there or anything. We're gonna blow up. There's something going on in that room. We're fucked.
No, it's the. Oh no, it's the engine room. There's probably just extra security. There's probably
Alright.
power to it or something.
As you
Hi, guys.
open the door, nothing happens right away. It seems to be what Mole described to you. It's an empty room. It is very dark. It is hard to see. You can see sort of the light coming off of your torch, giving you a nice little glow. You do have flashlights connected to your torch. They illuminate a little bit in front of you. You're never like completely in the dark unless your flashlights die. And it's kind of scorched everywhere. There is another door on the other side.
Cool. I figure Mole's made it to that other room by now, so that he would have given us an update as to whether or not. But I move into the room.
Okay.
And wait at the other door to hear if it's safe to move to the next room, because that's what we're doing.
Cool. What's everybody else doing?
I hate this.
Horrifying.
Can I
Walking
look at
myself to
the skip drive a little more?
Sure.
So it seems to be damaged and scorched in a weird way, but could it potentially still be functional?
No. You know enough about skip drives. The damage, if it is damaged in this way, it is disconnected from the thing that lets it skip the pattern.
Okay.
And it can't. It's irreparable. If you wanted to replace it, or if you wanted to use it again, you'd have to fully replace it, basically.
Okay.
The electronics in this room are also all damaged, so the terminals and everything like that seem to have been. It's sort of like an EMP went off in this room, but it is like a hyperspace EMP kind of deal that has shorted out all the electronics and done some scorching damage to everything else.
Okay. Could I determine if it was a malfunction or sabotage? Or was it the null itself?
Yeah, so you don't see any, like, explicit damage. Like, you don't see, like, a blaster shot or, like, a rifle. Like, it hasn't, it's not like there's, like, a big hole in the side of the drive. It seems like it malfunctioned within the, probably in the, like, time that they were trying to skip the ship somewhere safe, and all of the events happening on the ship, things just sort of hit the fan. And as that was happening, the ship was taking damage from the inside, people were rushing about, something went wrong with the skip drive, the calculations that were needed, something happened. The skip drive blew, pulled them out of skip space and into the system that they're in now, and the drive itself was damaged.
So just something went wrong.
Yeah, it just a malfunction. It happens. Skipping is not the safest thing in the world. Entering null is not the safest thing in the world. It is as long as nothing goes wrong, but it's not super safe to skip when your ship is like on fire and dying.
So they try. Oh, okay. The explosion happened, and they tried to skip while ship was going hitting the fan.
Oh, I was thinking the explosion might have happened like during skip.
It very well could have. Yeah, it's not 100% clear the order of events. Both of those things could have caused the problem, but definitely the explosion happening during skip would have been bad.
Because then the mass of the ship changed, and all the math is wrong.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense.
Either way, nothing good came
Yeah.
out of this. So.
Cool. So.
Okay, then I'll just continue on. I'll stand by the door next to Tilda.
All right, Mel, what are you doing?
With Tilda going in first and kind of aiming for the door first, and then Grace checking on the skip drive, I would have had my gun still out, and I would have been like surveillance, for lack of a better word, and just kind of observing. Just because with realizing the numbers don't add up with the people who were missing from the cryopods, and then how many cryopods are missing, and then the very bad vibes I got from the people in the cryopods, I'm on edge. So I'm gonna be shooting first, ask questions never. So it's
Cool.
So I'm kind of hanging back, kind of doing more surveillance than anything. So
All right. Great. And then finally, Mole, you go in to check into the security room.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll start with what you see.
Is there a little air vent to the hallway? And can he just, is he nod to the hallway is
Yeah,
fine?
can I check out
Or-
the hallways while I'm going that way?
Yeah. The hallways seem fine. So there's the hall between the engine room and the security room. There doesn't seem to be anything special there. It's just like the other hallways that you've gone through.
We just trust you, Colin, that's all.
So what?
We just don't trust you, that's
Oh yeah,
all.
you shouldn't. And you
Always
really
clear.
don't want to. Yeah. So you get to the security room. I will say kind of everything happening all at once.
Everywhere, all of them.
Grace is checking the engine, or the skip drive. Mel is like, Aurora is on like active sentry duty, and Hilda is checking the next door, or kind of waiting for the next door to be cleared.
Yeah. As soon as he nods the next door, I just start going.
Great. So you are sparking up your plasma torch. Mole, you are reaching the security room. Inside the security room, from what you can see, the lights do appear to be on. It seems like it's just the engine room that is in full darkness. There are a number of lockers, similar to the ones that you saw in the crew quarters. There's also a small brig, like it's the kind of brig you would expect to have on a science ship, of like, you know, somebody maybe got a little too drunk the night before and like you got to lock them up for a minute to like calm them down. It's not like, you know, a full maximum security prison kind of deal. And there are a number of bunks as well. There on the bunks are what appear to be spacesuits, sort of the life support spacesuits that you would normally see, similar to what you guys wear, although the like sort of upgraded, more military-esque version of what you would wear. Basically the mining rig equivalent of, but in like security terms. They are not like moving, or they don't seem to be powered on. There's just, you don't notice anything with them.
All right, I'm not there in the room. I can't ask questions about it, but I fucking have so many.
However, as Mole, you are looking into the security room, the rest of you, I'll say Aurora, you notice first. You kind of see something out of the corner of your eye. You're not 100% sure what it is. As you turn to look, you know, on full guard, it isn't there anymore. It appears as though
I knew it.
You ever have that moment where you're like in your house and you think you see a ghost and you turn and look and it's not there? So it's not there when you look. You sort of all get this vague feeling of being watched. And in front of you, Mel, Aurora, you see a little flicker and a humanoid sort of shape appears in front of you. Seemingly invisible. It is somewhat translucent. You can see through it. And we are going to enter initiative from there. But first, go ahead. Do you have something, Matt?
I was just gonna say I've made a handy note on the map so that all of the raiders know where we're located in the space station.
Where we die.
It's true.
Oh my god!
Got
Another raided twice.
Raided twice.
Well
Hello,
raided.
Double raid all the way across the
Wow,
sky.
I was gonna take our break, but we have so many people.
Combat.
That's fine.
Combat.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
I want to be like Bruce Willis in Signs, so it's
Yeah.
It was a D6, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh,
so
yeah,
every
that's
D6 agility plus a D6. For everyone just joining us, we are playing we're playtesting, I should say, a new-ish system in the Borg system compatible universe. It's called Scourge. It's something I've been working on, so these lovely people are helping me playtest it. It is OSR in space rules, so it is super deadly. Everyone has very little health, very little armor.
The deadest space.
Yes, the deadest of space.
but lots of tears.
Yep. So they are exploring a space station, I should say, that went missing a few decades ago, but was doing hydroponic research that could be potentially lucrative to people looking to grow things in outer space. They've already fought some turrets. They've already fought some plants. They are now fighting something else. So go ahead. What did y'all roll initiative-wise?
4.
Oh. Jinx.
I got it too.
All
I
right.
don't know how relevant it is. I got a 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You are. I mean, you can use your movement. I'll say you basically have 2 rounds. One movement to get out of the vents. One movement to get back into the area. Or you can go through the vents and get out of the vents, whichever direction you want to do it. You can either get out in the hallway and run in, or get out in or run through the vents and into the room. So good news. You are all going first.
Oh, thank God.
No,
will-
but that's we don't know what we're doing.
So each
Do
of
we
See
ever?
anything? No, very true.
No.
in front of each of you appears a humanoid form. It looks
In front of each of us.
Each of us. Holy
Yep.
sh!
uh,
Wait.
it looks like a member of the crew of this ship. You notice it's got similar like markings and patterns. It looks like the people that you saw floating outside, except translucent and sort of flickery in the space in front of you. So I guess who wants to go first? I think it was
Oh.
Mole technically.
Mole's
So
Mhm.
assuming you're going to use your movement.
Yeah, did y'all say this in the intercom?
Yeah, we would be going. Oh
Yeah,
God,
we're
what's
like-
that?
Yeah. Who's in front? Can you see this?
I don't see any of this, do I? I'm just looking at a security room.
Yep, you don't see it yet.
I mean, I'm just talking out loud to
Oh,
everyone.
okay. What's in the
Group
security?
chat, right?
Group chat.
I said before we got onto this ship that I had started a group phone call
Yes, you did.
and we were all
Yep.
talking to each other.
You all have comms. You're good.
What's in the
Um,
We don't
security
need to
room?
com one person. Yeah.
That was what I was telling you about. Though there was lockers and the bunks.
Okay. Oh, and the
then
spacesuits.
the suits on the beds, on the bunks.
They look like they have people in them.
Can't tell from where you are. The suits themselves are like rigid. They like everybody. All spacesuits are essentially like
They look like they have people in them if they.
yeah.
So you could stand your spacesuit up and, like
Yeah.
as a
they would look
distraction.
like a person. Yeah.
Like a suit of armor.
I'm gonna do a stupid thing.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Oh boy.
In the world of how Mole's brain works, it's like if I kill the suits, I'll kill the ghosts, and I'm just gonna drop out of the vents into the security room.
Exceptional.
Love it.
Do it.
Oh boy. That was not what I anticipated from this fight.
Wild card.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
Cool. Yeah. You drop in. It doesn't seem like anything's happening. With the suits.
I'm just gonna go over and pop one of the helmets off.
Okay. As you approach, you
Oh God.
That's not good.
notice.
That's
So,
not good.
That's not good.
Getting closer and closer, you don't see, like, you can see through the helmets. They look like they've engaged. They look like life support is, like, engaged on these suits. But within the suits, you don't see much. Inside the suit, you see sort of decaying skull. There's not a lot of, there's no flesh, there's no, like, insides. It is just part of a skull and 2 pinpoints of light where the eyes should be. You are going to try to remove the helmet?
Yep.
So as you reach out to twist the helmet, try to get it off, you notice like it's locked on. Like life support is fully engaged. You're not going to be able to get this suit apart without damaging it, basically, and going for the damage.
That's fine.
Okay, so you can go ahead and make a melee attack on this.
Okay. Darn it. There's not my good spot, but okay, we'll just roll. Is there like a there isn't like a switch on the outside? It's not. Does it have Vader's life support pack that I can just start fucking pressing buttons on that
No.
Damn.
Normally, like if somebody were in a life support suit, they would be on life support until they were rebooted, and like it takes access codes or like your friends. So somebody can't just walk up and be like, "Nope, we're turning you off."
What a great prank.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not just space suits; they're life support suits.
All space suits come with some base level of life support in them.
But these are not
These
big
What?
mega ones.
these are tier 4.
These are tier 4?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking jackpot. This dice wants to empower my bullshittery. I rolled a 19 and I have no modifiers.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage. We'll call this.
Pray tell what dice.
Good question. I'll say D3. Same as the like hitting something with a piece of hull or like a sharpened bit of filament or a hammer or whatever, like an improvised weapon, basically.
Okay.
Base level damage.
That's just 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I was
so you
trying to
managed-
like go for like twisting the helmet
Yeah.
off or some weak spot on the suit if there is one. But
Okay. Yeah. So you manage with the 19. I'll say this tracks. So as you go to twist off the helmet, you manage to get the nice like twist in there, and you hear it disengage life support, or the like locked down life support that's in it, and you manage to pull the helmet off. You are now holding a helmet that has 2 pinpoints of light staring at you, and part of a human skull, with part of a spinal cord hanging off of it. You are now just holding there.
get out of my new suit. Get out.
And you have the helmet. You've damaged the like locks on the helmet now, so it will not go back together for life support.
I'll duct tape this shit. Get out. Get out.
All right, that's gonna be your turn.
My feral little creature. That's my turn.
So there were 2 4s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who would like to go first? I'll let you decide, or you can roll whatever you want to do.
You can go.
Okay. Tilda tries to just test to see if it's a thing.
Yeah.
You know, is it an eye booger or is it actually something there?
Yeah, so
It's all those floaters.
in front
Yeah.
of you, you can see like again the full humanoid shape of this person. You can make out. You're close enough. You can make out details like on their face. They're just translucent.
Yeah.
As they
Are they
are.
solid?
So as you kind of swipe through them, they are also like reaching towards you slowly, and making a very like ghostly sound. I haven't decided what they sound like yet, but we'll figure that out.
You okay?
As you sort of wave your hand through, yes, it is there. Your hand does go through the thing, but it's like
Jelly or something.
yeah, imagine if you could like put your hand through a tub of jello without like leaving streaks. It's kind of that consistency. And nothing comes off on your hand on the other side. It just passes through, and it's more resistance than you would have expected. I will say you can still
What do you want?
check for.
Can they talk to me?
They haven't yet.
Oh, I don't. I'm not a. Can I? I don't. Okay. I'm gonna put my plasma gun up against it and shoot it. Right?
They haven't.
Did it respond to me? Or it can't respond to me until its turn.
Nothing has happened.
But I need to know, as in the game,
hate
can it do anything, or do I have to wait for it to wait for its turn? Is what I'm asking.
It can't like take an action. But yeah, I'll say you can like it could hear you. It could have made noise back. It could have done something.
It could have. Okay.
yeah.
I needed to know that much before I just give up my whole turn to wait for it to try and possess me. Are we killing these things? Yes. All right. I shoot my plasma gun.
Oh, I don't know.
And I try and hit all
We're
three.
here to help.
I mean,
We're here to
let's
help.
just.
That's not what you said earlier.
No.
Shit.
Roll to hit. No, never mind.
We're here to help.
Is it presence?
Yeah.
No. Yes. No. 8 doesn't hit.
We're here to help. Jump cut to Mole, just scavenging bodies.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you fire. It seems like the plasma sort of just like floats through.
Loops onto the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't really like do anything. It's the little like mini sun just sort of like right through them with no effect.
Oh, I hate this.
I think that means Grace is up next.
Wait, my friend.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. I want to hold out my sledgehammer. Like, we're here to help, we're here to help. Don't attack.
Squish him like a grape.
Dude! No. Can I hold an action? Is that a thing?
Sure. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
So you'll
I'll
just, postpone your turn until you want to take it.
Yeah. Can I hold my movement? No, yeah, can I hold my movement? And if one of them, like, does something aggressively, I want to move out of the way. Like, I want to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Or, like, can...
That's just like advantage on the next defense.
Or the... Or
Or DR's lower.
Or-
Yeah. I'll say. Yeah, you can. I don't know. There's not like rules in Morkborg for dodging. It's kind of a hard thing to.
Dodging is your chance to do it when you like roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say you could try to take cover now, and that will increase like DR.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, there's not really a dodge mechanic built into Morkborg or Cyborg or any of them. So yeah, we'll use the cover rules. If you'd like to do that, you can try to take cover.
I will do that.
Okay.
They're like, Mole, we need help!
Cool. So probably the only thing you can really take cover behind in this room is the engine block itself. There's like some wires and stuff. We will count that as heavy cover, which gives you a plus DR4 to being.
Wasn't it minus because it's a
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, minus for us.
Minus, yeah. Forgetting. Cool. Okay. You don't want to take an attack.
No.
Okay. Mel?
I've just shouted, we're here to help, we're here to help. And then
I'm gonna respond with, I'm not. So since I have my gun out already, I'm gonna reach into my bag that has the metal balls, and I'm gonna take out one of the one that's coated with the Vocket, and like in a 2 swing sort of motion, I'm going to just shove it into the middle of this guy's chest, and then just turn and shoot at the ball with the hope of exploding this guy from the inside. So.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm sick of this. Here we go. Let's see. Please.
Tired of these
You were
motherfucking
fucking-
ghosts on this motherfucking space station.
The fucking dice jail. I can't stand this. That was a 4. That wasn't gonna hit. So.
No.
Okay, yeah. You do, I will say you managed, since you're at point blank range, it's not like difficult to just slap one of the balls on the thing. But as you do so, it does seem to do the same thing where it like shimmers and like kind of surrounds it. But you, at sort of the point blank range that you are, as you pull the trigger, you notice it sort of like just fades forward into your arm a little bit. So now your arm is just like inside the ghost. And so when you pull the trigger, your gun's on the other side. And so it just doesn't hit.
Shit. Well, with my movement then, where are you all Man!
Do anything.
No, you didn't.
Nope.
How's volume number 4 going? So for
Having a good time.
okay, I guess seeing as how that didn't do anything, I'm actually gonna go for broke and just go through the guy with the hopes of just like, since my whole arm is there, I'm just gonna try and go right through him, so that I could go to the hallway at least. And I wanted to see if I could grab the ball. Like, it's just like, shit, fuck.
Okay, make me a spine check.
Oh, damn it. Okay, no for you. Dice jail for you. Please. Oh my god. Okay. Spine. That's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. It is the weirdest feeling that you probably have ever felt as you basically pass through ghostly jello. It like shivers down your spine, but like in the core of your spine, like in your spinal cord, you can feel the feeling of this ghost. You do manage to grab the ball on your way out. It sort of reforms, and so you like kind of grab onto it. It's almost like it has like a memory of its own, and it's like, oh, like you are expecting it to be this, and it's sort of like back into a little ball that you're holding now. Yeah, you managed to make it through.
Okay.
How long does that last? Did it last?
What?
Was it instant? Like the ball changed? Just curious.
Yeah, it like as Aurora like reached out for it, it basically turned into a ball. Like it's like sense memory almost of like what you're expecting it to be is what it is.
All right, and that's it for me. I'm just gonna like have the gun up and ready again just for the next round. So.
Did you take cover?
No, I just ran into the hallway.
Ran into the hallway. Okay. And the hallway towards the hydroponics bay and not or towards the
yeah where we came in, because I'd imagine Tilda didn't finish the door, no. Right? Yeah, so I just went back the way we were coming in.
Okay. I think everybody's gone. Yeah, all right. Oh boy, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Mole. So as you rip the head off of this thing, you see the suit itself takes a gloved fist and just punches right at your chest. So go ahead and roll me agility check.
This dice 21.
All right. Yeah, you manage to, like, at the last set, you're like, you hold the thing up, you have this brief moment of, like, oh shit, this is not right. Something's wrong here. And as you have that, the fist comes flying up out of the suit that you've removed the head from, and you kind of twist out of the way, like, what the hell? And, like, you're still holding the head, trying to shake it out. Cool. That's that one. You see the other two suits sit straight up in bed. Like, not human, it is just a horizontal sitting up. They sort of in tandem flip their legs over, put them down, very mechanically just sort of walk towards you.
What is this, a Daft Punk music video?
Kinda. Same thing. There seems to be varying degrees of half-eaten skull and just 2 pinpoints of light where the eyes should be. They are also going to attack.
I need 2 more defense rolls.
2 more defense rolls.
I'm going to use a ripple. My only one. Out of the box. Come on. Come on. All right. Second one's an 18.
Same thing. You sort of feel the shift in the pattern as you dodge out of the way. You think for a second that it's hit you, but you manage to. The pattern shifts and you avoid it.
9 on the third one.
All right.
Is there any way that interposing this head can give me armor?
Because you took your armor off.
Yeah,
You would have hit your friend, would you?
No. How much health do you have?
1.
What?
Hence the pleading at the court of the last one.
All right. So here's the deal. These punches do a D2.
Okay.
I'm rolling a D4. 3 or 4 is 2 damage.
Yep.
1 or 2 is 1 damage. So you're going to 0.
Yeah.
You might be negative.
Because if you're negative, he's dead, right?
Yeah. My dog is freaking out in the background.
Oh, no.
So, good news.
Maybe we'll take the break now.
Good
Cliffhanger.
news. I rolled a 2.
Yes.
So
Okay.
You are down. You have 0 HP, but excitingly, we get to roll on the new table. I hope you all can't hear my dog losing her mind in the background.
I
but
can.
A little bit. Okay. So this is the life support table. Let me pull it up.
But
You-
Mole doesn't have their.
Do I still have my life support? My life support
Yes.
die from the.
Well, you have the base
Okay.
spacesuit life support die,
Okay.
not
balls.
your spacesuit's life support die.
So it's a
So-
D4.
That was your
You have
armor.
a D4. The way that this works, there is a table for life support. Basically, you are going to roll a D4 and tell me what you get once I pull up the life support. There it is. All right. Go ahead. What'd you roll?
I'm using a weirdly shaped die, and that was by far the weirdest roll this has done. It's not one of the pyramid D4s. It's
Uh-huh.
this like gem-shaped spear one, and it like spun on the short head for quite some time, just tip up and then tipped over to a 4.
A 4. Wow. All right. Nothing happens. Your life support holds. You are still down.
I'm still down. Okay.
You will continue to roll. Actually, sorry. I did this slightly wrong. But we're going to go ahead and roll with it because I messed up. Normally, in this situation, you would roll a d6, and that would determine if you roll on the life support table. But since I messed up and it's favorable for you, we'll say you are still down and unconscious. And then you'll roll again next turn to see basically what happens at 0 HP for you. Moving on to the next crew. Cool. Man, this is not at all how I thought this combat was going to go. So one of them comes over to Tilda and still sort of reaching out a hand, very agonizingly lifeless scream, or it comes out of their mouth. You can see them screaming. Their mouth sort of unhinges in an extremely unnatural way, but there is no sound. It is deathly silent as it reaches out for you. It is going to make a melee attack. So you need to roll a defense or agility.
A 17.
Okay, you're good. The hand sort of just slowly caresses past you and doesn't quite hit you. These things don't
I like
seem to
lean
be...
back as it just.
These things don't seem to be sentient. Like, they are reactionary to what's happening. They're not like attacking you. And like sometimes those reactions are extremely slow. But they do seem to be trying to touch you and do something, and you're pretty certain that it is in a hostile way. Then the next one is going to go ahead and attack Mel. So I need an agility roll from you, Mel.
Okay.
Aurora.
Wait, Grace doesn't go?
No, this is their attacks. Not
Oh, there. Sorry, my bad. My mistake. All right, you said agility. Okay. Oh my god.
Stop being so aggressive.
I'm sorry. I'm panicked. Okay. 17 again.
Okay. Same thing. One sort of floats over to you, sort of jitters a little bit as it like steps, and then as it back a step from where you thought it was, steps forward. As it reaches out, very slowly trying to touch you, you kind of manage to step out of the way. It doesn't hit you. Go ahead and roll me another one though, because the other one is gonna hit you as well.
Oh god, there's a second one.
Yeah,
Fuck.
there's 3.
Yeah. Oh my god, I did it again. Oh, fuck. I'm panicking so much, I'm throwing it everywhere.
We need to get Mel like a throwing axe dice.
Yeah.
Just
Or
chuck
a
it
bigger
across the
dice
room.
tray. We'll get her a dice tray that is the size of her desk.
Nat 20!
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah!
Cool. Yeah.
That gives
I
her
mean,
a
I'm
free
just
attack.
debating, so...
Yeah, that means you get a free attack. So
Oh,
you can
fuck
attack
yeah.
this thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, let's roll. Since I have the gun out, I'm just gonna use that, so...
Okay.
Fuck! It's an 11, not enough. Damn it!
Yeah, so as it reaches out, you kind of instinctually just pull your gun out and fire, but it seems to not
Miss.
hit. Yeah.
Fuck.
But we are back at the top of y'all's round. I think that makes it Mole's turn at 0 HP. You all do have life support like notifications, so
Yeah,
you
so
see
we know.
that Mole is on like critical life support basically.
Okay.
Right before I went down, you were here.
Ah, shit! I'm dancing!
So go ahead and roll me a d6.
Come on, Matt.
Now I have no idea if high or low is good. I don't know. I don't know where we are.
This is your 0 HP table.
We're off the map, mateys. That's a 1.
Hey, that's the best possible result. Roll me a d4.
I hope high is good again. 4.
It is not. But
Damn it.
roll a d2 as well.
There's a lot of dice throwing, and I'm not comfortable.
10 or lower is a 1. Ah, come on. Back in there. Back in the hole. Go in there. 1.
Okay. And then roll me another d4. Actually.
There's so many fucking D's.
Oh my god.
The D4 did another weird thing, but I'm just gonna keep it, I guess. It's a 3.
Okay, cool. So when in 4 rounds,
Okay.
so you are unconscious. In 4 rounds, you will wake up and rejoin with 3 HP. Well, up to your max. So 1 HP.
I'll have 1 HP. I'll be
but,
grateful for it if I am alive.
You get an extra ripple. So that the D2 was the number of ripples that you have. So you can.
Yay! Mole's
These
alive!
zombie guys
Well,
don't just
that-
keep
yeah.
attacking the body.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
We don't actually know if I'm alive.
We'll see.
But hey, I'll just keep it. This doesn't count as one of those rounds.
No.
Okay.
No. In D4 rounds, yeah. You're unconscious for that long. So, basically, as you get punched, you are knocked out. Your life support kicks in and kind of like keeps you stable and alive.
I was picturing me just flat on the ground, but we're in space, so really I'm just
Yeah, you're just sort of floating. Yep.
holding a head. Boom. I've become a screensaver. Boom.
All right, time stamping that.
All right. Who is next? That would be Tilda, right? Yeah, Tilda, you're up.
Tilda knows that Mole's in trouble, and so she's going to. I'm not going to be able to shoot and get into the hallway, am I? Because I have to cut the door open.
Right.
So I'm going to cut the door open and get into the hallway.
Okay.
And that's going to be my action and my movement.
Okay. Yep, you managed to do that without any problem. Cool. Grace, use up.
I'm stuck.
When he was dabbing for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They made the corner at least.
Grace is
They
up.
haven't. Oh boy, oh boy.
There's no more on you. 2 of them are on me.
You're still behind cover.
Yeah, but I'm separated. Oh boy. What to do?
Help Tilda.
Alright, I'm gonna come out from cover. And I'm still gonna be yelling, "This doesn't count! This doesn't count! I'm helping my friend! I want to help you too!" And then, can I take a swing at one of the spacesuits? Like, can I get to? Can I like run past Tilda? Is that?
I haven't
Tilda
opened the
went?
second door
The
yet.
other door is still closed.
Ah shit!
Yeah.
How far through? Can I like charge my way through it and bust it open? If she's not like part way, can I just?
Give me an attack. You can attack the door if you want. It's gonna be
Okay.
a melee attack with your sledgehammer.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's a strength. Ew, that's a 12.
That passes. Yeah, DR 12. So now roll your damage.
7.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to sort of. These doors are pretty flimsy. They're not like meant to. They're mostly decorative. They're there to separate things from other things. So you sort of smack this thing right in the center and bow out on basically both the hinges. Not the hinges, but normally the doors slide open like this. You just sort of like bow out a big section in the middle of this metal that is a hole big enough for you to get through. And you will, yeah, you can't get through it yet, but next turn you can get in there.
Oh, okay, because yeah, I'd imagined that Tilda had already started carving a hole.
Tilda,
Not yet, because I
first
could
door.
only do the first door and go into the hallway.
Oh!
So you got the second door.
Yeah.
So
So
I
you
got
got-
through the hallway to the next door.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Yep, that's my turn.
Aurora, you're up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What exactly does quantum compound do?
Gotta find out.
It's lube for space ghosts.
It's the space ghosts.
Coast to coast.
Because I'm tempted to grab like the same ball that I just had, since it's back to like its normal state, and coat it with the quantum compound and then shoot it off and fire it, but
Okay. Give me a spine check.
a spine check? Okay.
Yeah.
That's I think a straight roll for me. Yes it is. Please, 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 please. That's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, you so this quantum compound is probably something that someone gave you, just sort of a like free sample. Like, we've got the, like sort of snake oily. It's really unclear as to whether this is a real thing. It could just be like mercury in a tube. It looks weird. It behaves sort of like mercury does, where it like goes back and forth. But yeah, you don't know. But I will say, with a 9, you've heard stories about the things that you're dealing with here. You've heard of these things in situations where skip drives explode. It doesn't happen very often, but because it's a bad thing and people take pretty heavy precautions to keep skip drives from exploding.
Right.
These are hyper ghosts. When a skip drive explodes and releases that sort of hyperspace EMP, it does do damage in the physical world, and it tends to burn through whoever is there. However, because of its connection to Null and the skip, there is some presence of them that lingers in Null. So these are the basically hyperspace remnants of the crew that were in the engine room when the skip drive exploded.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, I know what to do.
Oh, can you share with the class what we're
I
supposed
can't,
to do?
it's not my turn yet.
Get off! Okay.
I would encourage you to try whatever you want to try, because
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hilarious in this situation.
Yeah, I'm going for broke here.
We can only try.
Because I wanna save the other balls I have, the 2 left that are Vakken and the one that isn't untouched, because I want to try and save them. So with the ball I have in hand, I feel like I would holster my gun for a minute and kind of like fumble for the vial and just pop the top off and soak the one ball I have with the quantum compound.
Amazing. Okay.
I might have blown all of us up, so
Throw that soggy quantum ball.
Okay.
did I blow
What?
us up?
You just gave like a mega strength potion to the ghost man, like.
I just put it on the ball right now, so
What
I
is-
haven't
Oh,
thrown it
okay.
yet.
What is your intention with pouring this? Like, what is Aurora thinking is going to happen?
My thought process was that the quantum compound would be like explosive more so than the Vakken would have been. So my hope was to like take them both out in one go, where instead of shooting at it, I was gonna like do like Batman with a smoke grenade, you know, just put it on the ground. I was hoping to just take it and just chuck it at the 2 of them on the floor and hope it would blow up. Because then at least it's just the 3 of us and not anybody else.
Okay.
So
Just
So
the
you're gonna-
3 of us.
Okay.
just floating off in space, just the 3 of us.
So
You and I and that one.
There's no vacuum at least, right?
like in the room, there's no like pulling you
Like
up.
as in, if you blew a hole, it's not.
Yeah,
We're not
there's
in.
no
Yeah, we're still
Yeah,
floating.
so
and stuff,
you're not.
so-
We're not going to get sucked out, is what I'm saying.
No,
like.
no.
Okay, so as you pour the quantum compound on the ball, it kind of cools in your hand for a second before the ball melts as well and sort of mixes in with that quantum compound, and then kind of turns into a slightly differently shaped ball. And this one you can tell is sort of like rippling. Like if you've ever seen like non-Newtonian liquid on a like speaker,
Yeah.
as it like bounces,
Whoop,
it's kind of doing that in your hand, as it seems
Oh,
to
cool.
be not sure how to react to existing. You gonna throw
Oops.
it?
I'm throwing it.
Okay.
Is this quantum ball just a millennial? Not sure how
Yeah.
it feels about existing.
100%.
I feel attacked, Matt.
You targeted
am
all
attacked.
of us.
Mhm.
Incredible. So, go ahead and roll presence, like a
Oh, boy.
ranged attack.
Okay.
I absolutely love how much improvisation this is taking in terms of figuring
This is
out how these
this is OSR, baby. This is just
Yeah,
like
I
what's
love
in my inventory? If I can Lego bring
Yep.
that together and toss it over
I'm
the wall.
trying.
MacGyver.
Mhm.
You'll love it.
That's a 15.
Okay. Exceptional. Roll me
Uh-oh.
a d6.
A D6? Okay. Let's do this one.
She's gonna clone the ghosts.
Oh my god! I don't know where that went, so that's gonna stay there. So it's just... Alright, here
They
we
grow
go.
6 times in size.
That's a 5. No!
5 times in size.
Okay. So you're throwing this against the ground, right? That was your
Yes.
your okay.
hope of exploding to encapsulate both.
Cool. It does not explode. As you chuck this at
Fuck.
the ground, it sort of so what you're realizing as you use these strange metal balls that you have is that they have some kind of like connection to what you want them to do. They are not made of something that is like a normal material. They have some kind of memory associated with them, and it seems to be some sort of almost like telepathic, like it can read what you want it to do from your intent. So as you throw it at the ground, the ball that is like the sort of non-Newtonian freaking out, doesn't really want to exist thing hits. It immediately splits in two and bounces off the floor into the chests of the two ghosts. As it does, the quantum compound looking, so it is the same consistency and color as the quantum compound, begins to spread out over the like chests and body of the ghost. And where it does, you can see it sort of like begins to eat away, almost like acid, but like pulling basically hyperspace bits of these ghosts out of the hyperspace realm and out of existence. Like some part of this quantum compound is interacting with the quantum nature of Null and is like eating away at these ghosts. They look rough. They don't seem to notice that they look rough. They're still standing the same way that they all were. One of them you see still has one hand left. The other one has had his hand sort of eaten away. They still exist. Their heads are still there, but they're missing large portions of their body now.
Okay. And that's my action, so I can't shoot. Is there any sort of reactivity with the two of them being so close to one another, or is it solely this is what's happening with this one and this is solely what's happening with this one? Okay.
Yeah, what's happening with each of them. And as the compound sort of reacts with whatever hyperspace entity these things are made of, it is disappearing. So after it eats everything away, the compound itself has disappeared. And you just notice basically these holes in these ghosts.
I'll take it. That was a one-time deal, but at least it's against two of them. So, with my movement, while they're being eaten alive, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna dive back into the room where Grace and Tilda were, and keep my gun up at the ready again, and then that'll be it for me. So.
Okay, so you're headed towards like the hallway that Grace and Tilda are in. Okay, you can get basically, I'll say, out of the hallway that you're in, into
the room.
Yeah, into the room and to the other door.
Okay. Bless you.
Sorry.
Yeah. I was just hoping to get as close to the second hallway as I can. So
yeah, you're basically right there. Okay. That is back to the top of the turn order. It is, well, I guess back to the top of enemy turn order.
Yes.
So the suits in the room are now seem to not be caring about Mole at all. Mole, who is now unconscious and floating around back and forth. The three suits now turn their attention toward the massive hole that was just created in the door and start walking towards you all.
Hi.
Grace is right there. Grace, I will say the hole is small enough that like only one of them can get to you at a time. So only one of them is going to be able to attack. But I need a agility check test from you.
That is a 12. Oh my god.
That passes.
I have
Cool.
no modifier.
Yeah, so the one that is missing its head sort of walks up and just, you see, like, pulls up an arm and punches through the hole. You manage to sort of back out just in time to not get hit by it. The rest of them are not going to be able to go. However, all three hyperghosts are going to attack Aurora because you are close to the door. I need 3 agility tests.
Okay, and then that's.
I believe
Let
in
me know
you.
If you fail one, let me know.
Okay.
You do have the mining rig on, so you do
Yes.
have armor.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Thanks, Mole. I'm so glad I put that on. Shit. Okay. First one's a 12. 12. I keep dropping these dice. God. Jeez. I failed that one. That's a 10. You said agility, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then that's a 12, that's a 10. So I fail 1. And then a 19, so I fail 1 of the 3.
Okay. So yeah, again, sort of reaching towards you, lifeless eyes, terrifying scream of no sound. As one of them does graze you, you feel that same feeling that you felt in your spine when you walked through one of them, except this time it like eats away at you, and you can feel it like hitting you. Okay, go ahead and roll your armor.
That's a D4, correct?
Yep, I think so.
Okay.
You have a mining rate.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a 2.
Shocking, incredible. I also rolled a 2.
Hey!
So
Ha.
take no damage,
Woohoo!
but you do get that sensation that like it tingles in your spine, and it is not pleasant.
Okay.
But you are good there.
Yay.
I will also tell you, the DR goes up on these guys after their turn. They have a fade out into hyperspace. The fact that you hit them with that thing is incredible. It was a very good roll.
Yay!
So as you watch, they sort of fade out of existence again. You can still see them, but they're a little more translucent. It's a little harder to like perceive them in this reality. But that's all the enemies. We are back to the top of the turn order. Mole, 1 turn passes. You've 3 rounds left before you're back and alive.
Can we do anything to help that at all?
I'm dreaming of the warmth of reactors.
Do you have, if you had like rejuve syringes, anything that you could do to bring Mole's HP back up would bring Mole out of that, but I don't know that any of you have those.
No, we
Unless
didn't.
it was something that we,
I
or
one
it
of us
definitely would
rolled
have been
for-
something that I packed, but I don't. I
I thought Haley had one.
have a blasting something 5, but I don't know what the second word is. Blast pack.
Blasting
Blasting
cap
Blasting,
or blasting
Yes.
charges.
blasting caps.
It's basically
That's what I've
grenades,
got.
I think.
Maybe
don't
I'm getting
have
it confused with
anything else.
Cyborg then. I thought somebody had some sort
Hey,
of health.
I
potion.
had
Haley's character
healing
had-
in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Cyborg,
None of us have any healing for Scourge.
Damn.
unless of course you would count that. Obviously, when Tilda was packing, she would have packed health syringes.
They're pretty rare.
Damn.
So unless
Okay.
you have them,
Then-
they're
okay.
like equipment.
That's
equipment.
It's not something common.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. So Mole, you're floating around still. I can't believe you rolled the highest die on number of rounds. That's
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
That was real
Uh,
sad.
Yeah. But we're back to Tilda, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Did
3 enemies in front of you, 3 behind you.
did you guys relay the information about like the skip drives and the ghosts being like that? Did you say anything like that, or did you just not say anything at all? Curious.
I think I would have frantically amidst the running. I think I would have said like, I threw a quantum compound at him and it's eating them alive, but only a little bit. I'm gonna be frantic with saying that kind of stuff. So
I'm gonna just. I mean, do they look like when I was looking at them? You said they were like flickery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what about the like looking through the hole? Like when Grace just got attacked. Then did they look not the same, but like do they have any sort of matching characteristics at all
No.
in the way that they
Roll-
move? Is there a glow on both of them, or is
Roll
it
me a
just
spine check.
spine.
Test. They're called tests.
Oh, 14
Okay. Cool. So
-1, 13.
you in your time on your planet, one of the things that like you frequently get a lot of is like tales from space because of the storms. Like one of the biggest forms of entertainment is for like passing ships to come in and like regale you with tales, and horror tales were one of the favorite things that people liked there. You have heard stories of life support units malfunctioning and eating away at the inhabitant to keep them alive. It will sometimes like take a leg to create the proteins and energy that it needs to keep them alive in their life support. Sometimes that malfunctions horribly and it eats their entire body, leaving very little left but calcified bone and these sort of hollow, from what you can see now, are not pinpoints of light, but it's just like the little bit of the iris left that reflects the light of the ship in the spacesuit. So within these are husks. They are life support units gone awry and consumed their inhabitants, and are doing their best to now keep their inhabitants alive, and that is why they are attacking you.
Okay, I'm going to grab 2 EMP grenades, and I want to roll one into that room and one into the other room with thingamajiggy as I set them off. Because it's just it's not gonna, just because it says grenade doesn't mean it's gonna explode, right?
Right.
Mole's fine.
We'll see.
We'll see. Guess we'll find out.
Cool. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. We'll say you can do 2. Roll.
I mean, yeah, that was
range.
That was me
Yeah.
hoping that you weren't gonna notice that I tried to do 2 things. I can roll 2 things at once.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Because I imagine I'm literally popping it through a door because they're all at the door trying to attack us there, and I just have to pay attention to rolling it far enough to get down the hallway for the other one because they're that way.
So go ahead and roll me 2 range attacks. It'll be presence.
All right. An 18 plus 2, 20, dirty 20.
Ooh.
And then a 16 plus 2, 18. Oh.
Right. Cool. Now go ahead and roll me a D2.
Oh.
So you just read chat and realize what might be about to happen.
Wait, what?
If it could turn off their life support, probably turn off mine.
It can turn off moles too.
You'd already
And
chucked
mine.
it. You rolled that
It's fine.
D2.
Yeah, it's fine. What is it? D2?
So
And
you
I'm
roll
back
like
in the
a-
room, so
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, so you
I only dropped it into the room, so if Mole's around the other side, maybe it's only like a 5,
Ping
10 foot
ponging
range.
off the far wall.
so the EMP that you roll into the room with the hyper ghosts goes off first. It doesn't. It does seem to do something to them, but it doesn't seem to like really hurt them or affect them in any way. The EMP that you roll into the other room.
Oh yeah, of course, great.
Roll me a D4.
I'm living for
3.
this.
A 3.
Mhm.
Okay. Mole, in 3 rounds, because you still have 3.
Yep.
You know what? Actually, nothing happens, because your suit does turn itself off. Your life support does short circuit, but because you are only unconscious,
Yeah,
you
it's
have
already
enough
stable.
rounds. So
Mhm.
3 rounds is basically how long these things will be disabled. Mole, your suit is disabled for 3 rounds, but you're unconscious for 3 more rounds anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The rest of them seem to, sort of fold over a little bit as their life support sort of turns off for a second. The things inside are not alive. It's just the suits keeping them moving and trying to protect them. But you hit all of them with it. You hit everything in that room with the grenade. So, yeah, you're
Destroy the suits.
good. Cool. I
Save
think
them all.
that makes it Grace.
Alrighty. Do we know? Like, okay, so you said that there's not any like control panel Darth Vader-esque buttons or switches, but is there like technically a weak spot, or where would the like control panels or like most of the
Give me.
where do I want to hit them?
Yeah.
Where can I hit them?
So give me an agility check test. this is basically going to be to like, so because the suits are not active, you can take your time to basically look them over and try to figure out like what you need to do to disable them. You can.
Okay.
You'll have 3 tries at this basically.
Ooh. First one is a 15. Holy shit.
Okay.
Second
Well, so
one-
this will be just for this one. So you passed
Ah.
at this point. It would be basically over the next 3 rounds. You could have 3 chances to like try this because they're down for 3 rounds. You're not
Ah.
going to take damage from them for 3 rounds. So doing that, you sort of give them a once over, kind of determine where you think you could probably hit them to do this. In doing so, you sort of like pull off some panels, move some wires around, looking for like a core piece. So you can go ahead and make an attack. And I'll say basically what this will do is if you hit them here, it will bypass the armor that they have. They normally have their power suits, so normally their armor would be negative D6. In this situation, you'll just bypass armor since they're disabled.
Okay. Natural 19.
All right, cool. So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, once I've exposed that panel, I'll just line them up. 6.
Nice. Okay. So you bring your hammer down on the back of the first one, right in the spot that you think is like the control, like basically the power core of this whole thing. And you manage to just completely crush the battery. And as you do, the suit, which is like, because of the EMP, it's like flickering a little bit. The batteries aren't dead. It's just the circuitry's all weird. The lights in it just go out. And you see it just sort of folds over. The suit is basically permanently damaged. You could try to repair like all the parts, but it's basically going to cost the same as like buying a new suit, because you have to replace all of the electronics. So yeah, one's down. And we are back to Aurora.
But I've shouted out, remove here! Hit them here!
After seeing the grenade go off, hoping it did something and feeling very disappointed that it didn't, I'm gonna grab one of the other balls again, that's covered in the Vocket, and I'm gonna throw it towards one of them. I don't want to ruin my shot with all of them. So I'm gonna throw the ball first to see if it lands in the center again of whichever one is closest to me. And I want to shoot it. So let me do... I'm rolling to throw it first, correct?
We'll call that a ranged attack. So
Range?
presence. Yep.
Okay. I just had it. Where'd it go? There it is. Presence?
Yep,
So
presence.
presence would be +1. Okay. God damn it. This is such a trend. I got it. Hold on.
Calm down.
I got it.
We need to get you like a novelty, like arcade basketball machine
Yeah.
just for your dice. Just a backboard you could chuck them at and
We'll
let
get
them
you
roll
like
down.
a tall edge for it, so when
Yeah.
you throw it in, it can't bounce out. It's like big netting around it, like around a trampoline.
So that was a 12.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
That's a pass.
So now I want to shoot it. So
Well, real quick, which one did you throw it at? Did you throw it one of the two that was already damaged by your thing, or the one that has not taken any damage?
I probably will actually want to send it flying into one of the ones that's already dying. That way we get rid of it. So,
It
and
doesn't
I
really
imagine
matter
it's the
which one.
same
They're-
amount of damage
yeah,
for
they
both
took
of
the
them.
same.
So, okay. And now to shoot it, it's another presence, right? To shoot.
Yep, ranged
Yeah.
attack.
Right, ranged attack. God damn it. This one is going to dice jail too. That was a 4.
Doesn't hit.
Nope.
But that's all right. We're back to the monster's turn.
Great.
So the husks are decommissioned for another 2 rounds, so they're good there. The Nulgos, however, now seeing all three of you, are going to attack all three of you instead of just one of you. So I need agility
Thank
tests
God.
from the three of you.
It's one each, isn't it?
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Gotta spread the love.
It's an agility, right?
Defense.
That's a 7.
9.
Grace.
13.
Okay, you pass. You're good. But the other two of you are going to take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your armor die. See
Alright.
where we end up there.
That's a 1 for me.
Okay, 1 for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
How much health you guys got? 1 apiece?
1.
I have
7.
I have 5 left.
5 left.
5 left. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Here
what
it
did you roll,
comes.
Mel?
I rolled a 1 for.
A 1 for the. So you take 2 damage.
Okay.
And then Haley, you take. You also rolled a 1 for your armor, right? Okay, and you have 1 health. You are at 0. I rolled a 2, so you are at your 0 HP. I need you to go ahead.
Aren't I at
roll-
-1?
No, because your
'Cause your
damage,
armor
your armor
negates.
mitigated 1, and then your health is 1, so you were at 0,
Okay.
which is good. You're not dead. But I need you to roll a d6. You could still be dead. It is still possible.
A 1.
Oh, okay. Now, same thing. I need a d4.
Oh, this is the fucking 100
Yeah,
rolls
yeah.
now.
I need a d4.
A D4.
Mhm.
2.
Okay, so you'll be back in 2 rounds.
Okay.
Another d4.
3.
Okay, you'll come back with your 1 health. I guess actually that d4 didn't really matter because you only have a max of 1 anyway. And a d2, so you can roll a d20 or whatever.
A 1.
Okay, so you will come back with, in 2 rounds, you'll come back with 1 health and 1 ripple.
Ooh, very nice.
Cool. All right. That is the ghost turn. We are up back to the top of the order. So 1 more round for Mole. You have,
Question.
yeah.
Since Haley rolled all of her stuff right when she went down, I technically went down and then rolled my stuff
Yeah.
around later. Should I have
That's
one
right, you
more
did.
round ticked off?
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have 1 round left of unconsciousness.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my first round of being EMP'd, so it doesn't help.
Cool. All right. Grace. Taylor, you are up.
I hate this.
2 rounds until the husks are back.
Kill the husks.
Yeah, kill them. Just get rid
Get
of
them
them.
done.
But I can only do 1 more.
Yeah.
Where...
No, you do 1 now. You do 1 in the next round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's still the ghosts.
I'll take
Yeah,
care
but
of them. I'm distracting them.
least
I'm the
they're gone.
meatbag. It's fine.
Okay. I'll go for the second one. I'll go for another husk.
So I'll say, because you found the thing, this time you don't need to like do the agility roll to figure out where the core is. You can go ahead and just roll your damage, and it'll mitigate the armor.
You worry about the ghosts. I'll worry about the tower.
What number is that? 13.
That hits. Roll damage.
Wait, this is a strength. Yeah. Come on. Another 6. Oh my
All
god.
right, you take it out. Same thing. You
Woohoo!
manage to hit it, destroy the suit.
Fuck yes.
It folds over, lights off.
There's no chance that I can like reach through the door and like drag
Mole out.
Tilda's body through
Tilda's not on the. Well, I guess you could pull her into the security room.
into the
or-
security
yeah,
room,
yeah.
so she's away from the ghosts.
Sure. I'll say you can use your movement for that, since you haven't
Yeah.
moved.
I have
But I will need a. We'll do a strength check for that.
strength. That's fine. I have a +2. Oh, that's a 4. I can't quite reach.
You like,
No, yeah.
I can't. You accidentally try to like pull me like bum first through there. I can't bend in half enough.
That is exactly what happens. Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
Bonk.
By like the belt.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Cool. That is Tilda, but you basically this will be your first round of unconsciousness. So next turn is your second round, and then you'll be up the turn after that. We're back to Mel.
I'm shooting again. Especially the one that has the ball in the center, so presence, please. Oh, good. 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right.
Roll
so
damage.
Roll damage. Damage will be nope, that ain't it.
I believe it's a D8. For your hand cannon. Yeah, it's a D8.
D8. Yep. So D8, and I'm eyeing my sights right on the little ball in the center. And it's like, fuck you! Just gonna shoot it. 8 points!
All right. Go ahead and also roll me a D4.
D4? Okay.
Oh,
where'd that
shit.
go?
All these
It's gonna
dice.
explode. Ah!
Danger dice.
That's a 1.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'll say as you shoot, so the shot against the one you hit and basically destroy the ghost with your first shot. You also ignite the Vocket ball that you've created, which leaps over and destroys the other ghost because it only had 1 health. It takes 1 damage, and so the only one left is the one that is at full health.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got rid of 2 of them. That's good. And then for my movement, I want to distract the one that's still there. And it's like, come on, fucker! And I'm gonna run back out to the hallway again that's outside of the engine room to try and get it away from the others, so.
Okay.
That's it for me.
We're back to the monsters. Nothing for the husks again. They're disabled. But it does chase you, so it is going to come after you. And go ahead and make an attack. So go ahead and give me a defense roll. Agility.
Agility roll. Oh, wait, just a double check. Just a straight roll. Okay. Yeah, yeet. 17.
Yep, you managed to avoid it. No problem.
Yeah.
It reaches for you. Same thing. Cool. And that's actually monster's ending there because you killed the other 2. So we're back to the top. Mole is
Conscious.
That's
No,
my
not
4th
conscious.
round. I don't know if that means.
Okay,
Am I
so
up
you
or
have-
that's just the 4th round of
you'll be up-
unconsciousness?
you'll be 4th round of unconscious. You'll be
Yep.
up next round, but still have 1 round of
Of EMP.
being
Yep,
disabled.
I've already got it planned in my head. I know.
But you can still do stuff without your life support suit, right?
Yeah.
That
technically
noise,
you
I can make that noise. No one will hear it, but I can make that noise.
Well, I'll say you're probably at a disadvantage for doing that if you do try to do something without your support system engaged, because you're basically holding your breath at that point, or dealing with the oxygen that you have left in your suit.
Screaming into the void.
And don't waste your oxygen.
All right, Grace. Final one.
Final one.
Hit it.
18. Fuck, I love these
Oh,
dice.
yeah. You do it.
7.
Yeah, that's enough. So yeah, you managed to destroy the last of the suits. The only thing left standing is the last hyper ghost, and we are back to Haley. You have a round of unconscious. Your final round of unconscious. You'll be back up next round, and then Mel, you are up with your attack.
Okay. I think I have 1 ball of the Vocket left, so I'm gonna reach in and throw it again, since that seems to be my MO now. Nothing productive, just throwing balls around and shooting them.
If it was close enough to try and attack you, can you just try and shove it in there again rather than throw?
Yeah,
That's
go.
true.
I mean, it'll
All right,
suck
I'll-
on you.
yeah,
it
I'll
went
do
your
the
hand
same.
a little bit,
so
doesn't it?
I'll do the same thing as before, where I'll if I'm figuring when it missed, I'll shove it in with the one hand and then do the same shooting technique with the other. So
Fist the ghost with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go for it.
All right.
Here it is.
Yeah. So this is for shooting. Please. That's a 3.
It's not gonna hit.
Nope, of course not. Alright, I'm running again, so I'm just gonna yeet around it and just go right back to the room. I'm getting a good leg workout out of this,
All right. You can go ahead and roll me your agility as it does chase you and attack you.
so. Okay. Agility. Yeet. 17.
You're good?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. And we're back to the turn order. Mole, you are alive and
Yay!
I'm gonna-
unconscious now.
I'm gonna roll a spine for my own purposes to see how Mole like wakes
Okay.
up.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Mole, this is not the first time Mole's life support has failed, and wakes up without. Does the Navy SEALs wake up where they don't know if they're drowning or not, so they've trained themselves to wake up without breathing in immediately, and so is just like. Are all of the husks are dealt with? That's correct.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
The ghost left.
Get to me. My battery pack might be able to turn your life support suit back on. Early?
I think.
Or it might break it.
Or it might break it, yeah. I feel like, is there an indicator on rebooting, when the life support system, or I'm just clueless?
Yeah, it's your support is not fully off. It's flickering, and so for you, it's really just your oxygen recycling is down for another turn. For the husks, because they were power armor, they had basically joints and stuff that helped them move. It really screwed them up. They couldn't move. But yours is basically just a spacesuit with a helmet that has oxygen in it, and a little filter basically.
Yeah.
So,
My airflow is funked, but everything else still works.
Yep.
I'm gonna, I would imagine I could just see the tension in the room facing towards where the ghosts and Aurora just went. So I'm going to run and pulling out my scattergun, just
Perfect. Go for it.
And it still has the ball in it.
It does.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh, there you go.
Yes,
All
let's go.
Double damage.
Roll and double the result, or roll 2 dice.
Let's do roll and double the result.
Okay. Super swingy. 14 damage.
Okay.
I rolled a
So-
7.
So you run up to this thing. Aurora's kind of running around the room as it's chasing her, just reaching out, ghost-like. This horrific visage of a scream just implanted on its face, and you just run up and go, and it just obliterates this ghost. There's not. It's little wisps of what look like hyper ectoplasm almost just sort of float off, and it's gone.
For the sake of a silly line, can my life support kick on right then so I could speak into the comms
Yeah,
again?
100%. Yeah.
Fuck off, ghost!
Yes.
All right. You're out of combat.
Yay!
Do I wake up?
Yeah, you're all of the conditions and everything resolve because your round's over. So turn over.
Realizing that Mole's alive, I'm gonna actually take the armor off, and it's I think this is for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No.
Hey, it would all worked out well.
I think I need the rest of my pocket once we're back on the ship.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking rough. I'm looking super rough.
Should we
Let's go.
should we take a breath?
Did my plan work?
Yeah.
Were we able to kill the ghosts using the? Oh, I guess not, because I just shot one. So.
Go ahead and give me a D8 roll. Everybody
D8?
who shot weapons. So
nope.
Grace, you're good.
An 8.
I got a 6.
Okay.
8 for me.
Cool. You're all good. You
Yay!
still have ammo. No worries. Aurora can roll a d4.
Let's do you.
Could I check over the suits to see if any of them are salvageable?
Oh my god.
Sure. Give me an agility check.
Ooh, I got a 4.
Cool. You regain up to 4 health, whatever your
Thank
max
God.
is. Up to your max.
I did
plus
it.
4, or whatever.
I got an 11.
Oh, I'm back at full health now.
Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, you manage. I mean, there's like components. They're pretty destroyed. Like from what you can tell, the power packs themselves are completely destroyed. Like the logic core of the suits, all that kind of stuff that like maintains the life support, is shattered. So
Has a
you could-
sledgehammer-shaped hole in it.
yeah, you could take the suit, but like you also I think notice in that like the calcified bone inside has sort of grafted itself to the inside of the like exoskeleton of the suit, and melded to what's left in there. So
Only room for one corpse in this particular slumber party.
what would y'all like to do?
Take a
Search
nap.
through the security room.
Yeah, we want that key.
Yeah, search the security room.
Cool. Yeah. So go
All
ahead.
the pockets of these guys as well, if they've got pockets in their spacesuits.
I'm shaking out the bags. I'm giving them a good sleeping bag out.
Each of you give me a quick. Where is the? Give me a D12 roll.
D12. Where'd you go?
That's that one. 7.
Oh, I got a 7 too. Should I
Ace.
re-roll?
No, you're good. Just
Okay.
8 for me.
8. And what'd you get, Taylor?
8 as well.
8 as well. Okay. So, searching through the lockers, you find a few things. First and foremost, you do find a security access card.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
You also find 2 scatter guns
Ooh.
and 2 mining lasers.
Ooh.
So those of you who rolled 8s, you have scatter guns. Those of you who rolled 7s, you have mining lasers, which are sort of big handheld things. They look kind of like a light machine gun would look, but they fire a very concentrated beam of laser. They're normally used for mining out asteroids. In this situation, they make pretty good weapons. Security teams like to use them for big threats.
What's their damage?
A D4.
So mining lasers are a bit special. They're a D4. However, if you, over the course of multiple rounds, continue to apply damage to the same target, after 1 round, it becomes a D6. After 2 rounds, it becomes a D8. And after 3 rounds, it's a D10. So if you continue to hit
Damn.
them, you have to roll an attack for each one. But if you can continue to hit them with a laser, the damage increases.
Okay.
As you kind of keep that like concentrated beam on them.
And is there rounds, or is it just like battery life, or is it
There
just
is not
on, like
ammunition
my
for.
torch?
Yeah, so there's not ammunition for the like laser weapons.
Cool.
You could, I
They
guess,
just exist.
I guess you would like if you rolled a 1 through 3 on the re-roll, like the power pack is dead, and you would have to, I guess, like
Find a new one.
kind of thing. But
Do we find how much scattergun do we find? Ammo do we find?
roll me D4s. The 2 of you who found scattergun.
3.
Okay.
And is the scattergun a D4?
Four.
D8 for the scattergun.
D8.
D8.
What'd
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
What'd you roll, Matt?
I got 4.
Okay. So yeah, you find 7 rounds or 7 mags of scattergun ammo total. So Matt finds 4. Taylor, you find 3. The scattergun is a D8, 2 D2 targets, and it can be loaded with random scrap. If you run out of ammo, you can load it with just like random stuff you find laying around, but it breaks on a fumble if it's loaded with scrap. Cool. So yeah, you found the security key card. There doesn't appear to be anything in the brig. Like I said, it was a pretty like low security, more of a drunk tank than an actual like jail. But you find that in there, find the weapons, and you have the security access card. You think you can get to the bridge now?
Yay. Is there... Oh no, we already did searching. I was gonna ask if there was like a spare piece of armor. I could potentially snag.
Just the power suits that are fully damaged at this point.
At that,
Does it
I'd
look like
ask.
there's like a camera panel station?
Actually, in the security room there would be like cameras, like the camera terminal basically, to see the rest of the ship.
Mm,
Or
Is there a? I look at the door here. Is there a turret in the ceiling drop down spot?
No, and the security station actually does seem to have some power to it currently.
Oh, can I please play with the security cameras and see if I can get them to turn on in any area?
Yeah, so you looking at the feeds, you can see the kind of like emergency cameras. A lot of the cameras are down. The bridge
Is
camera
there-
and the emergency cryopod cameras are up.
Can I? Oh, they're up. The bridge camera and the emergency cryo cameras up. Can I look at both of those rooms? Can I see anything going on? Anything happening?
Emergency cryopods is the room that you were already in. It looks the same
Mhm.
as it did. The bridge.
Does it look the same? Nothing
Yes.
has moved.
No,
Okay.
nothing is moved. The bridge looks like the standard bridge of a ship or a station. From what you can see, it does appear that there's a cryopod in there. And then just like the terminals and things that you would expect. You can't really see a whole lot more.
Be the
But it does seem to have
captain's cryopod.
power.
Is it gold trimmed?
No. just a normal cryopod.
Looking for that Bugatti.
That cryopod.
I woke up in a new fuck.
All right. And doesn't look like there's anything going on in there at all. Like suspicious. All right, cool. Perfect. That sounds good to me.
Perfect.
Cool. You heading in? What are you guys doing? To the bridge?
Gotta go straight to the bridge, right?
Yeah, well,
Yep.
Do we want to go through the last hallway and then, because we haven't been that way yet. We haven't been past the, what is that last room? The airlock and just a hallway. Oh, so there's nothing there.
The airlock
Yeah.
junction's close there, though. I mean, it's the same. It's closer to go through that than to go all the way back. But it's entirely up to you. There's a way into the bridge from both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we would want to go that direction. We just wouldn't go to the airlock. We'd go to the bridge.
Yeah, yeah. So we do want to go to the airlock.
There's nothing in the hallways. You make it just fine. The airlock is right there. It's where you would have docked your ship if you'd gone through the airlock.
Okay. I was gonna say, do we want to take?
We came in through the hall.
Yeah. But do we want to take a bit of a rest and try and get our ripples back?
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I mean, I haven't taken any damage.
I've got full health and one ripple.
Yeah, I've got one ripple, so that's
I'm
fine.
health. It's up to you.
I
I'm
got as
happy
much
to take a
health and
moment.
ripples as I can.
Maybe we'll take a rest in the brig. Once we
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, but you're full health. You're fine. Let's go.
Maul and I just obliterated poor souls that have been trapped in the weird region between the null, the existing, and the span. I'm having a bit of an existential crisis at the moment, and I would honestly like to sit down, please.
And I just destroyed 3 living machines.
Pretty cool.
Taking all the credit.
I don't think one equates to the other, Captain, but... Oh, okay. I'm just gonna,
Fine, we'll put it to
slump
a
on the
vote.
floor.
So you taking a rest
Yes,
before going
please.
into the bridge?
Yes, please.
Okay. Cool. I mean, the other you can take a rest. If the others want to try to over the bridge, I guess they can.
I'm just gonna take a power nap.
Okay. But we will go ahead and call it there. As you sort
Woo!
of slump, you get to the airlock, you all sort of slump for a moment, take a moment to rest, take a moment to catch your breath. You can go ahead and, I think, re-roll your ripples. So your ripple die, which all of you are D2s.
But if I've got one ripple, I don't re-roll, do I? Because it's only when you've got 0.
Right, only when you have 0 that you re-roll.
Where did my...
Yeah, I can't re-roll. I've still got 1.
So, you're all at full health, so you're good there. But yeah, you sort of take a moment to catch your breath, to recenter yourselves in what's happening here after your kind of harrowing experience with those suits and the ghosts. And you prepare to open the airlock to the bridge. We pause until next time. I believe we have 2 more sessions of this left.
One more.
Yeah.
1 more.
One.
Cool. Actually, that works out perfectly. I have about a session's worth of stuff left, so that's gonna be good.
You're gonna have to pull something out of your ass.
Yeah,
afterwards.
it'll be fine. Like I haven't been doing that this whole time.
We never would have known.
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Well, thank you all for playing. Thanks for everyone who was watching. I think we got up to like 20 people there at one point, which is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
We nearly got up
Pretty
to
at one
30
point.
people.
2023.
So, see you all next time. And next Wednesday, back here, same time, same place, same universe. And until next time, are you all ready for some more tales?
Always! Woo!
Bye, everybody.